What's going on, everybody? It's me, Sloppy. Man. What do I say about this? It's, as you can see on my thumbnail and I guess, PFP. Yeah, sad to say, there's people, like I said before, behind the scenes still talking to press. In particular, one that was ousted by a community, right? A big community when it comes to the wrestling community and little smaller communities, but he was kicked out. Apparently, mm, he hasn't. And I'm talking about the main guy, Junko. I talked to him. He told me who he talks to behind the scenes. I know who he talks behind the scenes. So when I found out the names of the people that talked to him, I was a little flabbergasted, a little confused in the beginning. I'm like, why would these guys talk to him when in my stream they were like, you going to hell, this and that? Kind of odd for me to. So I knew Leon. He's the one in the picture, Leon, and the other guy in the picture is Junko. This is a recent picture. My friend Zexio sent it to me. He told me, "Hey, see what I told you? You can't be trusting these other people." And I'm like, "I don't trust no one." I told him, "I don't trust nobody. I only trust you, papi." I don't trust anyone online when they talk so much shit about people, and then they're behind the scenes all lovey dovey, as you can see right now. He I'm gonna show a video where he came in during the interview when I had with Junko, saying, "Oh, you're no, that's why I ousted you. You're going to hell. Hope there's a place for you in hell." Blah blah blah. But then I recently got this image of Junko and Leon, where from what people tell me, he despises these type of people. That he makes talk shit about these people. That he doesn't want to be associated with these type of people, and he's right there taking a picture with them. I haven't talked to I didn't talk to the main person because Zex's the one that sent me all the information. But they told me that yeah, that this guy proudly showed this image to his group. I think the group's called what's the name? The Crow Templars, something like that. I think that's the name of the group. He showed this image, thinking that, oh, okay, it's cool, because I'm the leader of this place. I could do these type of things, and no one's gonna question this. No one's gonna question me talking to alleged predators. That got me a little upset because I knew he was talking to him. I knew he was talking to him, but in my head I'm like, talking is talking. You're gonna there's 7 or 8 people behind the scenes that talk to this motherfucker, and they all say the same thing. Oh, I'm only talking to him to see if he's gonna be doing okay. I'm only talking to him because he has changed. We don't know that. 11 months doesn't change a person. He still takes antidepressant medication. He's still trying to go away from his addiction to porn. He's still doing all these things, and when you bring in people that have been in that community and distort him, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And Leon, I seen your videos. You're calling out people. You're calling these people for being this. You're calling people for being that, and then you're doing this. you're losing credibility. And from what Zexio been telling me is that you have been threatening the person. You've been threatening someone because he was uncomfortable of what this is. You are the leader of a certain group, and you're doing this bullshit. Look at look look at how Junko looks, all happy, and you're right there, just oh man, like from what the messages I seen, they blurted out all the images, all they blurted out all the screen names and all that. So I don't know who exactly was the conversation with, but from what I've seen, he felt uncomfortable. He was like, this is my leader, this is my friend. Hey, what's up, El Dorado? This is my friend. How could he do this? We ousted this motherfucker, and he's over there befriending him, and he's expecting us to be like, oh, okay, because Leon said it's cool to be with this alleged pred, then we're gonna be all cool. What's up, Joshua X? What's going on? And it's not. It's not. The main reason is because this guy was like, makes videos calling out people for their wrongdoings, and he's doing this. He's doing this, and he's oh man, like and Leon seemed like a chill dude. I knew, and like I said before, I knew he was talking to Junko for the past maybe month or 2, 3 months. I gotta check the messages, but I know he's been talking to him. But in my head, I'm like, all right, talking, whatever. Lies upon lies. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, man, I ain't lying, man. I don't lie. I try to be as credible as possible when it comes to talking about people, and I only talk about people when it comes to press sympathizers and predators. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that you guys know that talk to him, and it's pretty, and like I said before, I can't force people to. Sorry, hit send before I finish my comment. Oh, that's all good. uh, it's so like for me, you could talk to whoever you want. I could care less. But when I see you calling other people out for the same kind of predatory things, and then you're over here, hugging it up with another predator. Come on, man. I can't take you serious anymore. I can't take that shit serious because from even the video when you made with Daniel Roth about his lolicon stuff and all this nonsense, all this shit. You called him out, yelling out, calling him this and that, blah blah blah, whoop de doo, and then you're over here hugging up with another predator that was friends with Hero. They were really close friends. Hero and this guy were really close friends. You're talking shit about one and hugging up the other one. What kind of shit is that? And then, from what I've seen in the comments on the videos, you are threatening a guy because he wasn't okay with you being with Junko. You threaten to mess with them, and from what people tell me, that you have a hacker friend and a doxer friend, and that you will use those people towards these people. And from the conversations that I've had with Zexio, he has told me that they are afraid of that. They don't want to be harassed in that way. But me and Zexio, we don't care. We're here to call people out like these individuals, and that's what it is. You can't be doing these things. Let me first put the video where he's talking shit to Junko, telling him all this nonsense. It's one of my videos. Let me share screen real quick. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Interview with Junko. Let me see, make sure everything's good. All right. So you see him in the bottom. Junko's on the top. Let me see. My bad. I'm saying keeping my distance from Leon. Okay. Yeah. So this is the interview we had with Junko when he admitted all this nonsense. Everybody ousted him. Everybody was disgusted. You know, 1.9K views. So there's a lot of people that see this. I appreciate those views though. You know, I appreciate that it was viewed to expose these individuals. And he's here, right? He's here, upset. He's disgusted. Let's hear what he had to say to Mr. Junko. Hold on.
I've anticipated this. All right, Leon. So I guess let your anger out on me. Have fun.
Junko, where do I even start with you?
Let me guess. I'm an idiot. Go ahead.
First off, fuck you for putting the blame on me of why you were even in the hospital. And you are one careless piece of fucking shit. I didn't say anything about your actions because I didn't know how far the rabbit hole it actually went. Now I'm glad that Firelord exposed the fuck out of you. And I'm just going to say one more thing before I head off here.
The thing is, how did I? Okay.
Shut up, Junko. Let Leon speak.
Okay, about the whole thing where I supposedly blame you for me being in the hospital. The thing is, I really don't know what I was thinking with that, but the thing is, I meant to say that some other people were the reason I was in the hospital. I didn't necessarily.
Yo, Sloppy, you still there?
And I did not necessarily mean to say you. So I will own up on that, Leon, and for that I am sorry for that misconception. I did not mean to make a misconception like that. So I'm very sorry for that.
And I'm also going to point out for the record, only reason you're even on here because I wouldn't give you the platform, which I wasn't going to give you once you were outed. And I'm just going to say this before I leave. I hope there was a hell and you rot in it and you can go fuck yourself.
Damn. Wow, strong words for a guy that is huggy duggy, huggy wuggy with the guy that he wants him to go to hell, I guess. And we were told no one is to talk to Junko, no one is to affiliate with him, and if caught, we were to be kicked out of his Discord completely without warning or anything such flip flop BS. And yes, that's why when I found out who Junko talks to, I was like, okay, if I hear these motherfuckers talk crap about other people that are Pred or are Pred sympathizers or Pred this, I'm gonna call them out because they're behind the scenes all friendly, and talking to this individual, fuck it, I can't tell them not to, but going to coincidentally meet with them, and then if I coincidentally saw Junko on the streets, I wouldn't be like, hey, let's take a picture together so we could share it. And nah, I would never want to be associated with this, Pred. I talk to him sporadically. And he messages me when he's talking about his treatments and his how he's doing with that shit. I keep it short. I don't like talking to him as much as I need to. And then he tells me he talks to a good amount of people. And today's the day that I'm gonna say who he talks to. He talks to Arthur. He talks to Umbrella. He was trying to talk to Lennon, but Lennon got away. He was talking to what's his name? Fuck, goddamn, forgot Night King or his new name is Ginkgo. Let me just pull up the damn fucking messages. This is ridiculous now. Like it pisses me off, man. Hold on, where's he at? Oh, there he is. All right. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Salah. Let's see. Man, I should have screenshot it. Well, he talks to like a good amount. When did I first found out I got in front of him? Kylie, I can't take you serious when you say that because you're back to talking to him. And I don't think you should. But like I said, you're an adult now, and I can't tell you what to do. But dude ruined my life and let an individual bring up an incident with Hero that happened 4 years ago, and all I asked for was my kid to not have her incident brought up again. Yet no. Okay, I think I know who you are, Joshua X. From that comment, I know I'm pretty sure I know who you are, and if, I think Zexio asked me to have you come on. Um, I'm not too sure yet, but I might consider it. Yeah, Kylie, you're talking to him now as we speak. So you can't say you're disappointed in him when you're talking to him again. I don't like people that say they're disappointed, but then they're back to talking to those individuals. That's like other people flip flopping, and it's kind of messed up that this individual is threatening to do things to the person that wasn't okay with him being friends with Junko because this guy was telling everybody on his Discord or wherever he wanted. I want justice for the bullied and those who were targeted fairly. Of course, yeah, we all do. That's what we're here for. But for my channel is mainly Pred sympathizers and alleged Preds. When it comes to bullying and stuff like that, if you were a minor and you got bullied, then of course. But yeah, it's tough. But let me post some of the images Zexio sent me. Hold on, let me find it. All right. Let's make sure everybody doesn't have anything. Okay. All right. So everything that I got sent was blurred out, so I don't know who the individuals are, but these are the messages, and it shows how sneaky this individual wanted to be. Let's see. Let me share screen, window. All right. Let me see. Make sure everything's good. All right. So this is the message. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see if I could get everything in there. All right. So he goes, "Yeah, I know, and keep this between us. I don't want rumors starting." What do you mean you don't want rumors starting? You took the pic. It's not a rumor when there's a picture with the message. Like a rumor is like there's no picture, there's no evidence, there's nothing to show that you were with them. This is not considered a rumor. This is considered a fact that you were with them. And the person goes, "Arf." I don't know what that "arf" means. And he goes, "Okay, I understand what you meant." He's still your friend. He looks up to you. He looks up to you because you were, I guess, in his eyes, I don't know, like a good person, like a leader, take charge kind of person, and you're doing what you're telling people not to do, and threatening them to kick them out from your Templar stuff or your Discord accounts or Discord servers, but you're doing what the fuck you are threatening people not to do. Well, he's smiling because they're friends. I can't. I wasn't there. The picture just shows them. Marcus with his chest puffed up, all excited, and his belly popping out, and and then Leon goes, "As it was only a coincidence, we happened to run into each other. Nothing more. Okay, I would say I would believe it, right? I would believe it, but why would you take a picture to come on? Remember this visit with this alleged predator. Why would you even fancy the request to get this image, you know, taken, and then you posting it like it was something that was okay? This is not okay. Why you were targeting people that were friends with this guy? You were telling people you can't associate with. If I hear his name anywhere, you're gonna get blocked. If I hear this is gonna happen. If you're gonna do that, this is gonna happen. But then you're over here proudly, showing an image of you and this individual. You know what I'm saying? It says keep it as a facade until the time eventually comes. Yeah. Should for reason Marcus ends up acting out inexplicably, you do what you have to do. He hasn't acted out so far from what I observed. And then, okay, there's nothing else for me to add on it. I'll keep it between us. I don't even want to spread rumors, as that would be the last thing I do. And then, boy, the image of this was a thumbnail, blah, 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 whatever. All right. So, come on, guy. You make videos talking shit about these type of people, that they should rot in hell, that they should be this, that they should be that. And then you're over here doing this nonsense. Despicable. Stop it when you get a chance. Yeah, I'll check them later. I'm in the middle of this, but yeah, of course, yeah. A picture worth 1,000 words. That's why when Zexio told me, hey, one of those guys that talk shit about these people, I just got some evidence that he's friends with them. And I told Zexio that I know a couple of those people, and he sent me the image, and I'm like, oh shit. This is the guy that was, that a lot of people look up to, and in his group, the Crow Templars. I think he's the leader of the group, the guy that, they look up to, and he's doing what? Man, I can't fathom it, because it's like a curveball. It came out of nowhere that this individual would even end up doing this. My kids viewed them and as family, and boy, oh boy, are they disgusted. Of course, and that's why I always say, you can only have acquaintances online. You can have one or two good friends, but everyone else is an acquaintance, because shit like this, you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. You might think you know what they're doing, and he can't claim this is a rumor, because in his mind, he thinks people are gonna say, "Oh, rumors." No, this is fact. There's proof. There's you admitting to it. It's disturbing. It's disturbing, because I thought he was he was a outstanding person. He spoke out against people that were doing wrong, and I was like, all right, cool, yeah. And then when I found out that he was talking to Junko months ago, I'm like, I don't know if he should. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. Whoever talks to him right now is not gonna look good. And then I got this, and I'm like, motherfucker, this is crazy. It's something that I didn't expect, but I should expect it, because online shit, you get so many different type of people. And then let's see, let's change the image. Let me see. Is it this one? Okay, here's one. It's gonna be a little blurry because I put it on my computer, so I'll read it for you guys. All right. So, I guess they made a separate server like a little group message, And then whoever this is on top, you're an instigator, whoever you are. I don't know who you are, but you're an instigator trying to make it seem like whoever this guy is a bad person because he wasn't happy. He was what do you call it? Disappointed. He was shocked that his leader would be doing these type of things, and then they try to paint him as the evil guy. That's Lady M Light. Oh, okay, I've seen her around. I've seen her on some of the servers. I've heard about her. I heard she kind of sneaky girl that goes on different servers and screenshots stuff. Yeah. I remember now. Um, so the girl wants to instigate, from what I hear, and then Leon still gossiping, meaning gossip is when you're talking about something that it might not be true and not it might be true. It's something that like just talking, and he didn't like it. She up to me up. That's a good. I like it. Let's see, dudes on another level of whack sauce. That's why he's smiling. It all makes sense. I should have known Paris meet up to plot. Like I said, it's tough. It's tough. I haven't talked to him. I would want to talk to him to know exactly what it was, why he did it, knowing that he himself put a ban on this motherfucker, and then putting a picture, making it slowly creep in, like yeah, he's a good guy. Let's bring him back in, kind of thing. When me personally, I can't be friends with Prez. Even after I talk to them, after I confront them, I see them all online everywhere. But I ain't gonna be like, yeah, you and me, let's meet up or accidentally meet up. If he sees me on the streets and he wants to talk to me, I'm like, nah, fuck that. Oh, you want to take a picture? Fuck that. I ain't gonna do none of that. But I don't know. His mentality is a little bit different. I can't talk to Prez that wanted to smash an 8-year-old. Nah, I can't. And from what it seems like, I don't know how far away from each other they live. I know Junko doesn't work or walk or have a car. So how did they meet? How did they coincidentally meet up when Junko doesn't drive? And I don't know if what's his name, Leon drives, but yeah, it's kind of fishy. Yeah, I can see, Josh, you don't like him very much. But I might let you in. So you could say your piece. I just want to first talk about this situation. Uh, Leon doesn't drive. Okay, so what? Do they live close to each other? How if they live 5-6 miles away from each other, it's not a coincidence that they met up. That's a hard way to justify it. But I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't say he's lying. But yeah, no, yeah, they live in the same state. I know that. But how big is the state? If the state is 40, 50, 70, 80, 200 square miles, yeah, they got to walk a lot just to coincidentally. Yeah, I know Anonymous Man X. Both live in New Jersey. I know that, but how far from each other that they're walking, and they coincidentally pass through each other. Okay, 2 hours away. Yeah, 2 hours is still a long ass time if you're walking. Goddamn, and that's if you're walking. That 2 hours away, is it walking or is it driving? Yeah, so I can't say he didn't or he did because I wasn't there and I don't call people liars. But it's a little iffy. And so back to the screenshot. He's like, I don't know what your issue is, but this gossiping has to effing stop because I will contact your father if you do not, and I don't think you want that. Like, why would you? Yeah. I remember that. I remember Brandon and Marcus they went to the same school, I think too. I think I don't want to say they were special ed because I don't. They might not be, but I think that's maybe how they met. I don't know. But why would you contact the father when he's speaking his mind when it comes to an injustice, a something that he thinks is wrong? Why would you contact family members because he didn't like what you did? Yeah. Yes, he wants to contact parents, and I'm like, if that person was the one talking to the alleged predator, I would understand you being your son's talking to this predator. I don't think he should be around. Then I will understand you contacting the parents. But when you're doing this stuff, why are you gonna contact them? That's absurd, man. That's something that you shouldn't even threaten. Why are you gonna threaten someone to hush them up? Yeah, they knew each other. They were pretty close friends from what I heard. Talk about team America. Yeah, the 2 hours driving. Yeah, see, it's not a coincidence. And for me, when I saw this message, I'm like, dude, you're incorrect. You were playing with fire behind the scenes, and when you posted something, because you're the leader, you thought people were going to be okay with it. You thought that, oh, okay, because the leader said he's okay, we're going to be okay. When in fact, people have their own minds. People could think on their own, and if they see that it's incorrect, and they call you out, and they say, oh, no, if they left your server for a reason, because they felt like, oh, okay, no, I'm not going to be associated with this type of behavior, and you get upset with that individual, that's petty shit. That's some petty ass shit. If you're over here getting mad because the person left because he thought that what you were doing was incorrect, and then you make him look like the bad guy because he left. That for me that's stupid. Let's see, because Leon is a spineless man with no reason to clarify your acts. Zero transparency. That's a scapegoat leader. Hey, everybody has their viewpoints when it comes to these things. I don't know much about him. I could just go based on what I see, and what I see is he is doing do what I say, not as I do. And the sad part about this is that there's people that dislike this guy. There's people that dislike Leon, and they're gonna use this against him. They're gonna use this, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, what the fuck? You were talking so much shit about my friend because he was talking to this pred, but you're doing the same bullshit, blah blah blah." It doesn't make this individual look right. Chain. It's as I don't fucking put stuff out if I don't get the proof. I don't talk about people that I don't have evidence on. And this came as a shocker to me too, when it came to freaking who talks to who. Like I told you, I talked to you, Chain, behind the scenes. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be transparent. I told you who he talked, who Junko talks to, and I told you that this guy talked to him. I told you this guy talks about, like, hey, as long as they're talking, it's whatever. They're grown men, whatever. But the moment that you take the time to meet the person that you were talking so much shit about and take a picture, how dumb could you be to do that? And I don't care, you can't do shit to me. I'm gonna say it. You can't do shit to me. From what people tell me, they're afraid of you. A lot of, I guess, these people, whatever, Order 66 or all this nonsense, they're scared of you because I guess you have a friend that doxes or hacks or all this bullshit, they could feel like that. But me and my friends, nah, we ain't scared of none of that shit. But I'm just disappointed. Disappointment to the max because I saw you as a good dude. Even though I knew you talked to him, I was like, it's talking. I talked to Junko as well. It's not. I'm not gonna meet him. I'm never gonna go. Hey, I'm gonna take the time and coincidentally meet up with you and take a picture. I ain't gonna fall. None of that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, but you did. You know, and that's the sad part. You know, that's the sad part when it comes to this. Let me. This is the image right here. I'll show you real quick. Share screen. Okay. All right. So that's. Let's see. All right. That's good. All right. I guess that's how big it gets. So you know, it's them. You know, Junko, hello, papi, and Leon. At first, I was like, "Who?" Because Zexio sent me this, and he's like, "Hey, you remember this guy?" And I'm like, "Not really. I know who the other guy is, but I don't know who this other guy is." And then he was like, "Oh, that's Junko," and I'm like, "No way," because I have a picture of him, and I guess the picture that I have and this picture didn't really, didn't really. Oh hell no! The picture didn't look like him. So I'm like, nah, you're lying. They're trying to frame Leon to that he's and talking and meeting up with Junko, and I'm like, nah, you're lying, man. I know they might have photoshopped. I was in denial. I was like, nah, they're tripping. They're trying to make him look bad because they live nearby. And little by little, I'm like, he started sending me the screenshots of the messages and everything else, and I'm like, oh shit. No. Like, I thought someone else was trying to do that just to get him, and that's why I was kind of in disbelief. I was like, should I believe this? Internet pictures are, they could easily be manipulated. But then I saw the screenshots of him, sending the picture to someone, and I'm like, oh shit, this is real. This is not a fake thing. This is not, and yeah, and I guess the other people are. You always said I wanted other YouTubers to meet like me, but goddamn, not like this. Yeah, exactly. You met Lennon. You met was it Mr. Derp, M Derp, I think. I forgot his real name. And you met Dragon. You met them, and that's what you're supposed to do. They're good people. They're a little bit trolly sometimes, but good people. At the end of the day, trolling is not bad. I don't think it is, but wanting to smash 8-year-old kids, yeah, I wouldn't want to go take the time out of my day to go, hug it out with them and take a picture and do a little smile, and while the other guy's holding you tight, giving you the look like, yeah, daddy, come here. I gotta make some jokes out of this sometimes because it's unbelievable what these individuals do. That's why I always say I have acquaintances. I could be cool with you every day until I find something, and I could just, I leave. If you're a good person, your whole life, we're good friends. We're acquaintances, good acquaintances. But when you do bullshit like this, nah. I can't. That's why it's so hard to have friends online because you never know. Yeah. If Leon posted it, it is he who. Yeah. He sends it to people, and from what I hear, I'm still getting messages. I'm still getting more screenshots of all this. I'm still kind of understanding why. I don't know why Leon did it. I haven't had a conversation with them. I would want to know why he did it. But till as of now, I haven't had the opportunity to have a conversation with them. I don't like yelling when I have a conversation. So if he starts yelling, then I gotta yell back and shit. But if he doesn't, and we have a normal conversation, cool. But it's kind of hard to debunk or explain this. I understand people, talk to him and he's doing better and this and that, but that doesn't take away the fact that he wanted to smash an 8-year-old kid. Yeah, Adam Leon is befriending. Oh, he's been friends with him for the past couple months, but I guess now he coincidentally uh, met up met up with them. Which for me, like I said, it's not the fact that he did it, is the fact that he's the leader of a group that he was punishing people if they ever mentioned him or even said that they are talking to him. I need if someone's in that group and they have a screenshot of him posting it in his announcements or anywhere that he claims that if you do this, you're gonna get kicked out. Please send it to me because that'll be showing the hypocrisy of his actions. I don't think Leon is a pred. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's not, but he's associating with someone that is. And like I said before, he was punishing people when this just happened for the same reason. He was punishing people saying, "Oh, you're gonna get kicked out of my Discord if you associate with this FM pred." You know what I mean? But yeah, it's tough. And then there's someone they kind of I asked people okay, you that this individual. Let me see. The sad thing that Marcus was outed in yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he was kicked out. He didn't want nothing to do with this guy, and now he's hugging him. I still laugh at the pictures right here on my screen, all popped up, and I'm looking at it. And I was like, Junko looks pretty excited, hugging a guy with long hair. This is just the iceberg, my friend. Of course, and that's why I say there's a lot of people have skeletons in their closets. A lot of people have shit they've done in the past years that it hasn't came out, or it came out and it's been 5-6 years and it got put under the rug. Leon is training the person who spoke out against what he did. It's disgusting. Yeah, and from this is yeah, it goes deeper in the subject. Yeah, of course. I know a lot of individuals, like even myself. I have fucking skeletons in my closet. Not these type of skeletons, but I've done some crazy ass shit in my teens and my 20s. That might be frowned upon based on different perceptions, but I ain't gonna bring them up. It involves women and cheating and all that shit. Yeah, 19s, 20s. It's me, adultery. My thing was adultery. When I was young, my thing was adultery. Not none of like this that hugging Fred and being happy about it. None of that. But I'm gonna read. I asked people and that were associated with Leon what type of person he was, and this is what they told me. I'm gonna read it out. There's no name. I'm just gonna read it out. He's like, I will tell you more about Leon. Leon is a megalomaniac who founded the group called the Crow Templars. and happens to pretend to be against individuals who are pedophiles or racist, but in reality, he befriends them and still talks to them behind the scenes, which you can see it happens. And even as a friend of a well-known doxer who goes by the name Blake Harris, that's the guy from, I guess, that doxes people that his friends with. For those who don't know who Blake Harris is, he's a doxer who drove a person into suicide due to the cyber harassment. And he was allegedly put in prison by Leon himself, only for years later to be friends with Blake Harris after Blake Harris was allegedly bailed out by another known creep/racist troll who goes by the name of $34. It's a weird ass thing. And Blake Harris has hashed things out with Leon. Leon is even guilty of turning on people who were against the fact that he decided to be cool with predators in the past. And the people who he decided to turn on go by the name of Generation Kenny, YKJ, and Deku Got Keys. And back in 2020 to 2021, Leon used to go against Wrestling Otaku due to the fact that Otaku flirted with a 17-year-old girl. But since 2021, he decided to be cool with Wrestling Otaku again. And after that, he decided to be cool with Daniel again and gave Daniel a second chance, even though Daniel was caught talking to a 15-year-old girl before he got called out by her father back in 2020. And after the year 2021, Daniel Roth was yet again exposed for being a slanderous piece of poop. And that's when Leon cut ties with Daniel Roth again. For all I know, Leon could still be communicating with Daniel Roth. Pam. Which one Leon never did? Which one? I'm just reading what they said. I'm not stating this is fact. I'm just reading what they said, and people that know him will gladly correct me if it's incorrect. No. Let me see. Blake Harris, Labrador, so there. Oh, okay. All right. So well, from what this person said, he was allegedly, he didn't say he did it, put in prison by Leon himself, only for years later to be friends with Blake Harris after Blake Harris was allegedly bailed out by another person. All right. Let me go back up and read. I've been reading too much and not even responding. It goes deeper. I would never hang out with a known improvement pod. In fact, I have beaten the crap out of a POD twice in real life. That's good. I don't know. We gotta get these motherfuckers. As long as you don't go to jail, you gotta be careful with that shit. And my thing was addiction, but now 10 years. That's great. That's great. Addiction is the hardest one to beat. And congrats on 10 years being clean. Leon never got anyone sent to prison. Okay. All right. Well, I like I said, I just asked someone about it, but I didn't. I didn't say this was factual. It was alleged, for sure. I appreciate your your comment, Joshua. He's talking about the fact that he was turning on people who were against people being cool with Otaku. Yeah. And I'm not going on Leon as I don't have anything against him, but he shouldn't be hanging out with known improving PODs. It's not a good. Of course. Did you? Goddamn. Let me see. Yeah, get really over with the Brooklyn. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. That's up. He could do it his own stuff. Like I said, you don't have to come here. He could explain himself where he has his own platform. I just thought it was fucked up that he was threatening people to hush up. To not say anything, to not talk anymore. Talking about threatening to contact the father because he thought that that's the way to shut him up. I think it's kind of fucked up. But let me see. I gotta read that messages over here in Discord. Oh, okay. All right. I'm just reading other messages on Discord. He's talking about the fact that people didn't like how Leon was siding with Taco and Daniel Roth all of a sudden. That's what I think some people say. I'm saying that don't be a leader of a group and then bash people when you're doing the thing that you're trying to bash people for. I'm not. You could do whatever you want. Like I said, you could hang out with whoever you want. But when I found out that you make videos about these people burials or talking shit about Daniel, talking shit about this guy, talking shit about that guy, calling them pieces of shit for doing horrendous things, well, you're doing the same bullshit. That's what gets me. Like me, I can't talk shit about something if I'm saying talking shit about someone that drinks a lot, someone that parties a lot, someone that committed adultery when they were younger. I can't talk shit to someone that does that because I did it myself as a young kid. I grew up from it. Now I'm happily married, but I'm not gonna talk shit to someone that's cheating or that's being with many women because I don't have a say on that. And that's what with you were punishing people for the same thing, and now you're doing the thing that you were punishing people for. Let me see. So Daniel got flirty with my kid, and Leon wants to side with that. Yeah, I remember the video. That video was where we started looking into Daniel Roth, the one where he was talking to a 15-year-old girl, and then that's when we found out about his lolicon stuff, and then some other guy. I saw a video of some guy talking about how he was harassing a cosplay girl, and little by little we were finding a lot of stuff about him and him defending the lolicon stuff, and that's how me and my friend Zexia were, introduced to this piece of shit, Daniel. And he still watches that bullshit. I'm sure he does. He blamed politics. He blamed Google for not allowing him to investigate. Nah, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit too. I don't like that motherfucker. I can't be friends with that bitch. I don't care who hangs out with who, but do not lie on my name. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I might have you come in a little bit, because I'm not too sure exactly what he said to you that got you upset, but yeah, man, it's tough. I'm talking loudly. Yeah, I know. I know you are, Joshua. I stuck by my guns regarding this whole situation. Yeah, no, it's iffy. It's gonna have people thinking, what type of individual this guy is. I known him for maybe 10 months. I don't really talk to him. I haven't had like a long conversation with him, but from the stuff I would see, I'm like, all right, cool. He's calling out, bad people. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what people need to do. But when he's around the same people he's talking about and taking these type of pictures, it kind of defeats his motives per se, because people are gonna keep this image, and they're gonna be like, when he ever makes another video calling someone out, they're gonna have this image in their minds. They're gonna have him hugging an alleged predator. Well, I guess he didn't do. It's still predator. He didn't do anything with it, but he wanted to. He was messaging the person sexually, and so that's intent. And knowing after the fact and kept going, that's what makes it even worse. But that's the topic from a year ago. This topic is about Mr. Calavera, and like I said, I don't have nothing against him. I just think it's fucked up that he's doing certain shit and chastising others because they think it's wrong, and calling it out, being upset that his leader, their leader, is doing what he is doing. That's the main thing. I speak up for people. I don't fear no one. I don't fear anything online. Uh, the proof is I show my pictures. I show who I am. If you want to meet up, let's meet up. But I don't want to. But there's people that threaten my life. There's people that want. They're doing these type of things. You get threatened a lot. Oh, trust me, I got time. I did time. Then dragged into drama for reunion. Oh, okay. Lollitar better off to do away with himself, just like Crybaby after. Yeah, those guys are. Hopefully, the police does something about it because I did contact them. But besides that, yeah, shit, yeah. I don't know about the offing himself because I don't like wishing death even on my worst enemy. But everybody else is. Let's see. I think Sloppy is saying that Leon turned on YKJ Dick within Generation Kenny due to the fact that they don't like how Leon is siding with Otaku and Daniel Roth. Yeah, that could be. I don't know. I think YKJ is Joshua. I think from what I remember, but I don't know the other two guys. If you can't support this man and disrespect him in every sense of the word of pedo, and is guilty as a person that actually does it. Yeah, well. Let me reread it. If you can support this man and disrespect him in every sense of the word of pedo, then you are just as guilty as the person that actually does it. Well, yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. It's mind-boggling because I didn't. It got me. How do you say it? It's like baseball. You threw a curveball on me. I would never expect this guy to be involved to meet up with this other guy. I'm most likely gonna talk to Junko and confront him about it, and hopefully Leon doesn't tell him to lie, because if I sense that Junko is lying when I have a conversation with him, I'm then there's something more than that. If he's straightforward, yeah, we met up. I messaged him on Discord, and he said he was gonna be around this area, and that's how we met up. And I'll be like, all right, cool. You be straight up, because this shit. There's a lot of people that looked up to this motherfucker, and is gonna see things. They're gonna see this, and they're gonna see that the guy that this guy was talking shit about is hugging him. Like how? And then I know it's tough. Let me take this off. I can't look at that picture no more. Well, never mind. I have it on my PSP. Hell no. Let me see. Just wait. Hey, what's up, Circus Clown? Haven't seen you in a while. Who are you battling this past couple weeks? Let's see. Is it true that Leon turned on you and Deku and Generation Kenny because you guys didn't like how he was fighting with Otaku and Daniel? I don't know. He might be able to answer. But from, I don't know if that's YKJ, but from the messages, and we do a lot of research when it comes to people and minors. And when he said that his daughter was 15 and Daniel Roth was the one that was messaging it, so I put two and two together. But I could be wrong, but I'm 90%. Sometimes he can run someone through the mud of respect and then because he has individual. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I knew what you were trying to say. He was talking so much crap about this guy, and then a year later, not even a year later, 11 months, I think, somewhere around there, back to being buddy, and this is 11 months that they met up a month ago. This image, from what I hear, is a month old. Lieutenant Junko's on vacation in Portland. Hinata and Tenten are going to their vacation soon. Jules has been busy with the summer. Oh, okay. Well, hey, it gives you a little vacation from drama, so that's always good. But yeah, I can't stand people like that. When they're dragging people on the mud, calling them this and that, and then they do this shit. it sucks for the people that look up to him. I know, I could tell, Brandon. Like Brandon Skeleton, yeah, but it's an easy one. It's more sad for the people that looked up to him. Me, I don't know him. I don't look up to him. I, I coincidentally talk to him, or once in a while I talk to him. But the people that looked up to him, the people that were friends with him, people that will listen to him, people that will follow his lead, those are the ones that are going to be in dilemma of to, should I still listen to him? What he's done, what he said, and what he does are totally different. Am I going to look bad if I follow him? There's going to be a lot of things on their minds because do they really want to be called out like their leader? Yeah, it's tough, man. I don't wish anything bad against him because I don't know him. Maybe it was just a mistake he did. I can't accuse him, but a picture shows a lot. A picture shows a lot when it comes to these type of situations. That's why when Zexio told me, hey, um, this guy that's hanging out with Junko, you might know him. And I'm like, and then they slowly started sending me the stuff. I'm like, that's not Junko. And he's like, yeah, that's Junko. And I'm like, oh shit, doesn't look like him. I try to compare my pictures that I have from the past of him and then this one, and they didn't look correct. They didn't look the right face. But then little by little got more information and it was confirmed. I'm just sad for the whoever is in the Crow Templars. Let me see. I'm disappointed on Leon when he was cited with these pedos like Wrestling Otago, Daniel Roth, and Junko. Hell, he even showed me a picture of him and Junko on last month. Oh, so he showed you too? Goddamn. Oh man. I have been friends with this guy about 3 years. I'm definitely staying away from him. This is weird as I'm not saying what you should do with your friendship with this individual. I don't tell anyone. Don't talk to him. I don't tell. You guys are adults. You guys know what to decide. You guys know. Yeah, 2024 is getting more interesting. It always every year there's people getting caught up in this nonsense. And when you do it behind the scenes, you send the message to the wrong person, and boom, that's it. You're done. You could be straight edge for 20 years. You do one mistake, that's it. Yeah, it's tough. But hopefully, I don't know. He said from what the message I got on Discord that he's gonna make a video tomorrow explaining exactly what's going on. Oh man, I don't know who Robert the Human Hybrid. Joshua? Does anyone know who this guy is? I don't want to get porn bombed, but I will put the link in. I just don't want to, get it porn bombed because it'll be the first time. I'm with regret about folks like Leon. It's too long to text. It's sad for my kids who looked up to him like family. They spent years knowing him. Yeah, and that's this. It's tough. That's why you can't look up to people. You gotta look up to yourself and your family. Let your family look up to you. You be the best person you can. Can't wait to confront Junko. I want to see that shit live and forget to have Demon Pickles with you. I haven't seen Demon Pickle. Maybe he's been busy. I haven't seen him. Not even on Steve Machete's streams. I haven't seen him there. So I'm guessing he's been busy with life. But all right, now I'm guessing I could allow people in because I wasn't trying to because I wasn't trying to keep. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna post it, but all right. Hold on. All right. God damn it. Am I gonna regret this? All right. All right. Robert the human hybrid. Let me see if I could. Let me see. Um, okay. All right. Fuck. Yeah, there it is. Nobody knows me, but I have been friends with folks like him. I need to voice my criticism about the kind of behavior. Well, I'm gonna have. Let me see. So solo? Is it solo? Yeah, I'm gonna have it solo until a little bit because I don't trust very easily when it comes to these things. So there's the link. If you want to come in real quick and voice your thoughts for a little bit, come on in. Just if I don't know you, I'm gonna put it as a solo, just in case you're trying to send me some porn. But let me see. Let me see. All right.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine.
All right. Cool.
So I know this is suspicious as hell, but I've experienced folks like that behavior.
How so?
Well, not really him. I have no idea who Leon is, but the behavior that he's been showing off lately, I'm very familiar with. I've had very shady characters when I was a kid that behaved just like that. But
Mm-hmm.
what offends me about this guy is that he's a pagan. I'm a pagan. And you do not behave like that. But what's worse is that behavior is very common in people. You can find that stuff. You can find folks like him easily sometimes, but I thought that it was very few people that existed with that behavior.
No, online. There's a lot of individuals that do those type of things. It's tough to distinguish them in the beginning, but little by little it happens. And then Yaya, my channel's all about drama, man. What are you talking about? That's why if you see him every video, it's me calling out Preds or Pred sympathizers. If you haven't watched my videos, that's all it is. If that's considered drama, then cool, I guess. All right.
But yeah, I don't know how to word this correctly, so I'm gonna stutter a bit. I'm a bit of a dyslexic, but I've encountered folks with that behavior before. And believe me when I say this, that they can also be a very fake friend of you. The fact that he's a leader in a group is what really scares me. Because every one of them's in on it. Whatever he says, whatever he thinks, he's got a tight grasp of it. And they're all believing in him because they know that supposedly he's never wrong. That, and he can use personal shit against you. Make you think that you're a terrible person for, I don't know, like not liking chocolate milk, for example. For not wanting to, for not feeling comfortable with talking to one of his friends, as another example.
Right.
He'll hold that against you and make you, and use that against you to make you do something you don't really feel comfortable doing.
Right,
And he'll
right.
hold that. He'll hold that until he dies. Hold that really unnecessary grudge until you die, or he dies, and then he'll laugh it off, make a joke about it, get your friends and families involved. I've seen this behavior before, dude. It's ruined so many friendships. You don't have to trust me on it, but know that I've experienced witnessing characters like him. I was one of the victims.
So you don't know this individual, but you've been around certain individuals that kind of have the same personality.
Yes. can't really tell if that's really narcissistic. I don't know the full meaning of that yet, but it's very disgusting. It's a game. It's all that behavior is a game, a test of your trust, your wits, your mental strength, and trusting yourself.
Exactly. Let me add Mr. Josh real quick. All right, I'm still putting solo. I don't trust you, motherfuckers.
No, you don't have to trust me. I'm just a nobody in the back.
How did you find my channel? Or do you know any of these individuals, or?
I don't know anyone here.
Oh, so you're just kind of like live streaming, surfing, and
Pretty much. I'm a bored motherfucker. I'm just killing time. I got nothing to do.
Okay, yeah, it happens. I've done that before. I go to random ass streams and shit. But all right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna have these guys have a conversation.
All right.
I appreciate you coming in, man. Yeah, peace.
You don't have to trust me, but take my word for it and prepare
No,
yourself.
I don't trust. I don't mean trust you in that way. Like what you say is, there's a lot of people that dislike me that come in and want to.
Oh no. I don't know anyone here or you, but when you brought up something similar to the experience, and I was I was part of that experience before. But yeah, just be wary of it. You don't have to trust me, but just be wary of that.
For sure. Appreciate your coming in and commenting and saying your piece.
Yep. Later.
All right, man. Later.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, Josh? What's up, Jaden? What's up, El Dorado?
Hello. I'm going to be on there for a little bit because I'm on my way to work. I literally just woke up about an hour ago, and I was informed about this. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go on the notification. I'm like, what the fuck? So,
It's tough.
Yeah. I'm at a loss of word.
Go ahead.
So I want to ask, Joshua, are you right, KJ?
Actually, I am.
All right, nice to meet you, man. I want to ask you some questions. Is it true that Leon turned on you because you didn't like, you and Generation Kenny and Deku Got Keys didn't like how Leon was siding with Daniel Rolfe and Otaku all of a sudden?
Could you repeat the question, please? I'm sorry.
All right, I'll try to repeat it. Is it true that you, Deku Got Keys, you are YKJ, my bad. You, Deku Got Keys, and Generation Kenny decided to no longer associate with Leon due to the fact that Leon was siding with Daniel Rolfe and what's his name? I forgot. Otaku. Yeah.
Okay, so out of the names that you mentioned, only three of them actually ring a bell besides my own. Those names are Otaku, Leon, and Daniel Rolfe. The other two that you mentioned, Deku Keys and the other guy, I do not know who they are at all. I actually could not tell you. I know of their names, as in the point of reference that they've been talked about and referenced before. Never could put a face to a name or a voice to a name at that point.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, sir, to be polite and correct, my descent from Leon is actually a little bit different, believe it or not. It's actually quite a bit of brewing the last couple of years, believe it or not. And this incident that happened prior to this one today is what got me blocked by Leon. So my descent was completely different than this. The only reason why I'm involved in this tonight is because this source came to me this morning, and I had an all-day conversation with two people on the phone about it. So I'm here to speak my piece of what I think of Leon, because I think, honestly, people really need to wake up and realize this is not going to go the way you think it will. This is going to destroy not necessarily lives, but maybe mental health scape. because the biggest demographic of people in Leon's Discord, his friends list on Facebook, and I'm sure his Twitter following, and I'm sure a good basis of YouTube, and this is not a knock on them by any means, but it's fundamentally sound that a lot of these people have mental disabilities. That's a recurring theme in a lot of these people. Now, I've known Leon for about 9.5 years. And in those 9.5 years, I've met a lot of different people with a lot of disabilities who may take things out of context 1 minute, and then next minute they're your best friend. Sure, yeah, we all go through those mood phases when we're getting to know one another. But when you do shit like this, not only are you endorsing negative behavior, but you're making it well known that you're only supplying the supply of drama that your YouTube channel is created upon at that point. Because that's all his YouTube channel really is just drama, drama, drama. This outburst, fuck your opinion, fuck you, bitch, fuck this, fuck that. There's never anything really positive that ever comes out of his mouth. I can't even recall a time where he actually cared enough to even ask me how I was doing, other than the fact that he wanted to release his then IRS tax returns to me, which I told him that's probably not the best idea. Next thing you know, I'm getting yelled at, blocked, and screamed at. Not to mention, it's the biggest bullshit lie ever. Leon wants to tell me, oh, I made $120,000 last year, so I'm expected to make $67,000 tax back. There's no way in hell Leon makes that much money and you're going to make this much drama. There is no way in hell. That is classless, if you ask me. And I'm not saying that money creates class, but I am saying there is a certain amount of responsibility that when you make that much money, you know you're in the big executive world and you're going to be under a tighter microscope than any worker who's a greeter at fucking Walmart ever would be.
Let's be honest here. If any of us were making that kind of money, like not off of YouTube, not doing ad revenue and all that. Let's be honest. I guarantee a lot of us who would be, if we made that kind of money, we probably wouldn't be doing this, especially if, like you said, the microscope thing. Because let's be honest, we're not making money off of YouTube. Why would we want to fuck that up over or fuck up our income, our livelihood over some bullshit on YouTube?
Right, and that's what I've been trying to say for the last 5 years to everybody in his server. Why the fuck is everybody going after all these internet trolls, all these internet people, and you're only talking about how you get doxxed, you talk about how you attemptedly got hacked, you bitch about all the negatives that come with this shit, but yet you still want to continue on what crusade? It's never going to end because, put it this way, they represent 0.0000000000001% of what YouTube is actually all about. So tell me, is it really worthwhile to create these crusades? I don't think it is. I'm 36 fucking years old. I'm a parent. I'm a parent first, YouTuber second. Sorry, but that's the facts. And I don't endorse people who literally tell my wife when she's dying, hey, I'm not going to take down my pagan stuff because, you know what? It's my life. And you're not going to tell me what to do, you stupid fucking bitch. My wife is pagan. I'm pagan. We're both born that way. Leon was not. But we never knock him for that up until he throws it in our fucking face, tries to say that I'm better than you. Nobody in paganism is better than anybody. In paganism, it's an aesthetic that all life is created equally. That's the aesthetic. It's all bullshit when you decide to throw people under the bus and then you throw shit at them and tell them, I'm going to get your dad involved. Who the fuck does that? Leon is a 31-year-old man. He's sheltered. I get it. We've all been there. But guess what? It ends tonight because I'm done. I'm done being the nice person that literally had to be the yes man to you. Oh, and by the way, just to clear the record for anybody who misunderstood the fact that Blake Harris was arrested in prison. Yeah, he went to prison. Then Leon became friends with him. Oh my God, did that throw me off? Because it's like, dude, I'm the one who did all the legal paperwork for you, and you sat on your fucking high horse doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely fuck shit nothing. And when I told you that this was a bad idea, you didn't want to listen to me. Then we ran into problems with a guy named Bad Fots from Mississippi. He roasted the shit out of Daniel, and at the time, I defended Daniel because that was before he did his fuck shit to my kid. Okay? So I defended him. I defended everybody from fucking Bad Fox. I took care of that shit because Leon didn't want to deal with it. He got lazy. Plain and simple. He let these people fight these people over the internet for his own fucking amusement. That's disturbing.
It's cult-like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier today, dude. I'm not even fucking kidding. I literally said anybody who follows this type of shit, no offense, you have the same type of mannerisms as Adolf fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say this, because I only got a few minutes because I got to go to work. But I just want to be, so I'll try to be as quick as I can regarding all this. I know I just want to talk a lot, so I'll try to be brief. But regarding to all this whole, first off, what YKJ was saying regarding the cult thing, it's like I've had people tell me sometimes that, you know, people follow me like it's a cult leader, and I always tell people, I don't want you to follow me. Be your own person. Be independent.
Hey, that's what I've been trying to tell these motherfuckers. That's what I've been fucking trying to tell them, Chayton, since day fucking one. Why are you guys going after people with different opinions? Like, put it this way, okay? I'll give you a great story. Put it this way. There was a time I was in a wrestling page, right? So I see somebody puts the question of, who is your favorite current pro wrestler? And somebody had commented, Kevin Owens. Now, personally, I like Kevin Owens. I don't have a problem with him. So I liked the comment. And I said, hey, man, that's what's up. Well, lo and behold, here comes one of Leon's lackeys. You like Kevin Owens? What a fucking retard you are. Next thing you know, I'm telling him, dude, what the hell are you doing? You don't even know this guy. You're not friends with him on your Facebook. I don't care. He can suck my dick. It's my fucking opinion. You don't like it? Suck my dick. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're going to rattle someone's bones for your own amusement. That's not somebody who's a troll. You're a bully. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else got bullied in this group chat throughout school. I know I'm guilty of being the bully and being the bullied. Okay? But I'm going to tell you what, this mentality that these people exhibit is poor. It is absolutely poor. It is not even deplorable behavior. Because put it this way, anytime somebody felt suicidal in our group chat, guess who everybody turned to? Me. Because I'm the one who knows how to deal with that situations because of my mom. My mom's dead, by the way, for anybody who wants to know. My mom committed suicide when I was 4. I've seen a lot of people in these group pages literally say when they don't get their way, they are going to commit suicide. It's unbelievable.
That was like, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say that it is simply deplorable when your own leader doesn't even know how to remedy that type of thing because he led his soldiers to war. They're tired. They're upset because they're getting threatened to be doxxed. They're getting threatened with hacks. They're getting threatened of possible search and seizure warrants that are illegally performed by hackings. Like, I had a motherfucker in Leon's own group chat literally want to pay Leon $50 to hack my fucking Facebook. Now, thankfully, at the time, Leon and I were best friends. So Leon caught it, and he screenshotted it, and he sent it to me. It was done with and dealt with. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm made to be the villain because I was in the wrong for basically saying you're not going to hack me without legal action taken. I'm sorry, but when was that an issue for you? Because I have a business to run. Social media has my business. I make music. It's what I do. So social media, because I'm not signed to any major record label, let alone any record label, is my venue to show off my music and my art. I'm an independent fucking artist. And you want to hack me for what? $50 fucking dollars? What kind of friend are you? And at that point in time, I have to apologize because I wanted to quote unquote snitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
When did YouTube become the streets? Just saying.
I'm sorry, what?
when did YouTube become the streets? You know, oh snitch, yo, yeah, like you know what I mean?
Like, when did we become enemies?
No, he
Well,
said
like
when
you said about snitching. Yeah, go ahead.
he said that when did YouTube ever became the streets? That's
Dude, I don't know why you're thinking that I'm not street, bro. Because there's a whole different side of me that you don't know, bro.
No, he's saying that when did YouTube become the streets? Like people don't snitch, or people keep everything to themselves. Like it's like
I don't fucking know, dude. I've always lived by that philosophy because it's my life. It's what I've known. I don't know when I don't know when Leon randomly decided that it's going to be randomly excusable and acceptable for every white member of his Discord to say the word with either a hard R at the end of it or the A, because it didn't matter to Leon because, hey, that's our constitutional amendment. That's our freedom of speech, and I'm not going to tell you differently. Hate speech ain't freedom of speech. Just pointing that out there for anybody. It is not.
Now before I leave, just I guess run down with Leon. Like, first off, I don't like with the whole situation with you know who. I'm still standing by my stance about not saying the person's name because like some people, I stand by my words. I'm referring to the Leon thing, not anybody else. But my point is that like you like again, I want to be fair. I want to hear what Leon has to say before I make I guess final judgment on my end. Like I'm not going to attack him or make a video series on him or fucking.
Oh yeah, absolutely not, dude. I don't even want to do that myself. That's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, like all I'm gonna do, I'll hear his statements, whatever he has to say, and I'll hear that. I'll listen because I gotta go back and listen to the beginning of the stream too. I'll listen to this again, and then it will just be a decision whether I stay friends with him or block him, because you know it's you know like I've always tried to be fair with people. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, what I've seen so far, it's really not really difficult, or it's going to be difficult for him to explain himself out of this, because the proof is right there in Sloppy's profile picture. But I don't like that's basically
Not a good look at all.
I guess yeah, it's not a good look. I guess the final words I'll say is I'm disappointed in Leon. Like it would have felt better. Like especially like I went to war with people over this situation a year ago, and it's like and someone I thought would be more of the moral ground, if you will, of this matter, just goes and does this shit. Like I said, I know Sloppy like talks to Jungle behind the scenes. I know some people do. But I'll say this, it's one thing to fucking talk to him and do all this shit and to fucking be standing next to him arm to arm, hugging, basically, taking a picture, and not wanting to strangle the motherfucker or beat the motherfucker up. So, again, I'm disappointed, I'm disgusted, and that's all I gotta say. So, but thank you for letting me on, Sloppy, and I'll be listening behind the scenes. Y'all have a good rest of your night. That's up for now.
Mr. Eldorado, do you have any questions other than that? Because I'll answer any questions that anybody has.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I've no questions. I just said since you had bad experiences with Bad Fox and Blake Harris, so had me and my friends. My friends one time were tricked into believing in the fake suicide, and yeah, we got in trouble for that because we were tricked. Because at the time, me and my friends didn't know how obituaries work because it was fucking new to us. Shit like this never happened. But then,
no, I got you. I'll tell you what. Put it this way. Go ahead.
Months later, I found out through a mutual friend of ours, that those two ults that told us that, yeah, this one ult faked a suicide, yeah, that's Bad Fox. Those two ults were Bad Fox, and they were pretending to be different people, and they got you screwed over.
Yeah.
That fucking... Yeah, that boiled my blood because not only me and my friends got in trouble over that, you know,
Yeah, I got
it
you.
pissed me off because, the fact that, me and my friends were so worried about the fact that we got in trouble, we had to, make new social media accounts and go by different aliases and go about our lives,
Mm-hmm.
that pissed me off so fucking bad. That
No,
pissed
dude,
me off.
I get it. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what pissed me off, and this was what broke my straw in trust with Leon. Okay, so we all know about the Daniel Rolfe story, right? We're all familiar with my incident with Daniel Rolfe and his mother on the phone type of dealy bullshit, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just making sure we're on that same page because there's a part 2 of that you guys are not too familiar with. So, I want to say about 9 months ago, I was in a pretty good position where I wasn't too involved in drama, but I wasn't out of the picture either. You know what I mean? Kind of like in the background of like I'll pop in Discord when I have time, but I can't stay long all the time, type of thing, right? Fly on the wall. So one night, I see that Kevin Daddy has asked the question of randomly, like at 11 o'clock at night, my time, randomly asking in general chat, does anybody actually have any proof that YKJ's daughter even exists, let alone the fact that this incident ever occurred? Okay? Now, when I saw that, I'm pretty hostile. I'm pretty angry because Kevin was a part of that video, if you guys do remember correctly. That Kevin stayed on that video call that night with me, J-Man, and a couple other people all
I was
throughout the
there.
night. Correct. So put it this way, I looked at it very clearly and I said to Kevin, what the fuck is that supposed to mean that it's all fake to you? And he's like, well, I'm just saying that, modern technology, it does this and it does that. And I think maybe you did AI. And I said, Kevin, you do know that AI has been around since like 2022, and this incident happened in 2020, right? Like, there's no way this was fake. And so I said to him, if you actually want proof, I will go get my daughter because she's open to telling her story. She's actually over a lot of trauma and she's made a lot of good strides in her life to the point where she's easily able to talk about her experience because she overcame it. Now, my daughter at the time of that incident was 15. She is now 18, going on 19. She'll be 19 August 22nd. So I offered that to Kevin. Kevin's immediate response was, no, I'm not a fucking pedo. I'm not doing all that. And I said, well, then you have no legs to stand on to say this was fake. Do not say this incident was fake because you were fucking there. Then it digressed into a 3-hour-long debate back and forth between me and him to the point where literally Kevin is about to fucking cry because I kept talking about his dead mom. Now, the only reason I got to that point is because you keep telling me that this entire thing is fake. This is fake. This is fake. It never happened. Well, then why is it that Daniel already admitted it? Why is it that we have all this proof and people actually did exploratory remarks into this? I mean, no offense to what you're doing, Sloppy, but isn't that what you did? You explored into it to see what it was all about?
Of course, you gotta investigate before you.
I'm just gonna let you know right now, I'm not gonna attack Kevin because I'm cool with Kevin.
No, you're fine.
I'm not going to attack either because, again,
I'm not asking anybody to attack anybody. I'm just in my own personal feelings.
Yeah, but I just wanted to clarify.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't expect anybody to get on my wavelength tonight because it's not going to be plausible because this has been built up for the last 5 years. So until you had that same type of stigma, you're not going to come with that same energy. Don't expect it either.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say about Kevin?
I said me and Kevin were cool. I believe Kevin.
He got cut off.
Yeah.
Damn. To be continued. Womp womp womp.
What's up, J-Man?
I just want to say it's right here, and I'm just very disappointed on Leon because like that profile pic we just had on Sloppy. This is the same picture what Leon just sent me that on the Facebook DMs on last month, and it was
Same
right
here.
before. Yeah, it was right before I decided to enter my my 5K running. Like I was just very disgusted. Like,
May I just read something that somebody had just sent me, please?
For sure.
Sure.
Okay, so this is what Leon just put on a community post. And if anybody wants it as a screenshot, I'll be glad to do that. But it says 4 minutes ago, edited, quote, I am aware of a stream that is going on right now. Unfortunately, I do not have a device to respond with at this given time, period. So this is what what's going to happen. I am going to respond to the allegation / screenshot / picture, whatever you want to call it. And I have a lot to say in terms of the two people that are in there, YKJ, a.k.a. Credence Scott, and a.k.a. Firelord Kirsan, and Stefan Radata. Whatever. I don't know who that is. Two ungrateful pieces of shit that bit the hand that fed them and lost a friendship with me over something petty. A response will be made, and I will be defending myself in the matter, and certain people will not like what I have to say. This is the only statement made regarding this matter until videos made and uploaded, as you'll find I'm not so easy to take down. Templar King, Leon Calvera. See, this is the problem. This is how I look at that, okay? Because I'm 36. I don't know how old you guys are, but to me, I view that as like a role-playing type of game. Like, your move, dude. Your move. But let me tell you something, Leon. This ain't fucking roleplay. This is real life with real people's emotions. This is reality. And if you can't face reality, then you really should be looking at the sun too often because you kind of lose sight of your vision, whatever the fuck it may be.
Hey, Sloppy.
What's up, Dan?
So I want to get some clarification. I stepped away from this stuff unless it becomes something important. So I do have a concern. So the allegation is that Leon was in and around the known predator that we know as Junko. And this photo is from what I'm hearing, is from a month ago where they interacted and one of them's hugging with the other, right?
Correct.
Okay, so here's where I, again, take it for what you will. Josh, you're 36. Well, I'm almost 40. So I would say with age comes wisdom. And y'all were talking about the Templar stuff. And this is what my concern is as far as Leon. You're absolutely right. He has a following. And he's built a following that I personally would say is built on fear and amongst other things.
It's a bunch of insecurities.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are looking for a home, for lack of a better term. They're looking for a placement, somewhere to feel like they belong. I am bothered by the Nordic iconography because I too am a fan of the Norse religion. I know a lot more about it than I would think he does. Like if you were to ask me how Odin created the first man, I would clearly say he breathed life into a piece of driftwood, and thus the first man was made. No one's going to tell me about being a pagan and Norse. Well, I'm not going to say mythology because that would be a shot, and I'm not trying to say that you're a pagan. Much respect.
No. I will just clarify something so you understand this. So I'm not Nordic pagan. That would be my ex-wife because I'm widowed. So my wife was Nordic pagan. Me, myself, I'm Constantinian Celtic. That's my belief. In order for me just to show honor to my wife, because
so you would be more along the lines of like Finn McCool and Balor.
Something like that. It's more of an Italian-based Celtic belief than it is Irish. Constantine was from Italy, not from Ireland.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine. But it was for me. It wasn't that I personally was taking insult to it. It was my wife who was taking insult to it.
Well, and that's what I'm getting to.
Because
I don't have a place to tell anybody anything. I don't have it because, like, look, I'm not pagan. I have studied many religions. I've studied the Quran. I'm a God-fearing Christian man. Jordan knows that very well.
What's up, Dan?
Jordan knows that I'm a Christian. I have a strong belief in Jesus Christ. But I also feel that knowledge is power, and so I've learned a lot about the Norse mythology. I have friends that are Norse pagan, and what always has bothered me about Leon's group is that he calls himself the Crow Templars. There's nothing that you can slap in the face of a Nordic pagan than to denounce the Raven.
Absolutely.
And so
crows are not Nordic. That's ravens.
Yes.
Celtic people are the ones that follow crows. We don't follow ravens.
And so my concern is he has these folks, and I'm not knocking Leon. I have no issues with Leon. I have an issue that he's associating or hanging out with a known predator who is admitted. Who, again, we're talking about 8-year-old girls here. We're talking about a guy who he's there. Maybe he's not hugging him. I'm looking at the photo now. He's standing there, but you're standing there. I'm sorry, and I try to be a non-violent person. I know that I have been in the past. Like you talked about skeletons. I have been violent in my past. It's the thing. Mm-hmm. That being said, I try very hard not to get angry or violent. I know that what's inside of me, and I know it takes a lot to keep that down. If you were to come to me, and what I was leaning at with religion is in my good book, they say the worst thing you can do is harm a child, and I would never let someone who has harmed or had the designs of harming a child touch me. In fact, if we're going to touch, you're going to get 2 to the face. Mm-hmm. And for Leon to spread this message and be an ipso facto leader and then threaten people with banishment, that's very hypocritical.
That's why I said it's not necessarily like how I view it to be. How I view this is all a big game to him. He just I
want to make it clear. I'm not calling Leon a predator. But I am calling him a hypocrite.
I know you're not. I'm just telling you that the spectrum of Templars as a whole, I think Leon in particular looks at like all this little instigational bullshit that he does and puts people through. To him, it's a game. Because
even what you just said there bothers me too, because him calling himself a Templar, Templars are the soldiers of Christ. If you go back to the Crusades.
They follow a crusade. And that's why I've always said to people, I don't dub these wars as internet battles or trolling battles. No, these are crusades of one man who thinks he's making a big difference when really he's not.
So my concern, like I don't touch Leon's area. Like we have kind of a no-fly zone. He does his thing, I do mine. We don't, we've had beef before, but it's always been we're peaceful. But if I'm going to speak plainly, I have a problem with a man who's going to use the ultimate symbol from the Crusades, the Templars, who fought the Turks, whatever it may be, and you're going to sit here and use that to define your, and I don't want to call it what I think it is, a cult based on Norse mythology, but you're using blasphemous characters in the Crow.
Does he not, just out of curiosity, do you know the first thing about paganism? Like the first thing that we're all taught of paganism?
Well, I know that everybody's welcome, and anybody who's trying to use that whole neo-fucking white Nazi fucking propaganda is full of shit.
Right. No. It's very simple. Harm ye none. That's it. That's
if you look back at religion and you look at Odin and all the things of that nature, original Odin was very vengeful, very angry, and he softened in his later years, much like they say God softened after Old Testament. A lot of these religions take from each other. And what bothers me is this ideology, and I worry about Leon's followers because now that they've seen this, now this is out there, they're going to throw themselves to the wolves, no pun intended, to try to defend their ipso facto leader.
And here's the bigger thing in this that nobody's really visualizing in this. Put it this way. So, and this is just me playing devil's advocate, so keep that in mind, Dan. Can I ask that you respect that for 1 minute, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So I'm going to say that just for the figurative example, say, for example, Junko is not what everybody has been saying he is this whole time. Just say it was a common
You're asking a lot of me now. Now you're asking a lot of me.
No, just hear me out. Just hear me out for 1 second. Just hear me out.
Hear him out, man. You might want to hear this.
You'll think about this for a minute. So think about it. He's not what everybody's claiming him to be, but we're not claiming that he is, right? We're not out here to say he's a pedo, he's guilty as fuck. That's not what this video is about. What the video is about is the simple fact that this man, Leah, threw this boy under the bus for months and months and months and months about this pedophilic behavior, never told anybody. And then when everybody was screaming at him one night in a Discord call, he admits to it, but then he says to everybody, but I'm dyslexic. I don't know how to read that well, you guys. And I already talked to Leon, and Leon said, as long as I don't talk about this, we're golden. And because I'm having a mental health lapse, I can't think straight. You guys got to calm down. Like, he went through the whole entire PTSD of it all. And I don't blame him for that. But where people were wrong was just to assume his silence was pure guilt.
Okay, so let me counter that. This is where I have a problem with his leadership. I don't claim to be a leader. Look, if anything, like Jordan, I think Jordan and Sloppy could acknowledge I'm more of a nomad.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah. So, as far as being a nomad, I would consider myself knowledgeable, and I think I'm moderately intelligent. If you can't pick that up from this conversation, then fuck you.
No, dude, I don't base a judgment.
So my frustration is, as a leader, you understand that people will look at you, and the type of leader that he has become a false prophet and some sort of messiah in their group. I've watched some of these people.
Put it this way, the way that I described him to my therapist the other day is so fucking spot on to what you just said. I literally looked at my fucking therapist. I said, I have this friend, very religious fanatic. I don't even know what to describe him other than calling him the David Koresh 2.0 of 2024.
But here's the problem with that. He doesn't believe what he's selling. That's the opinion I have because of what you just said. Right. If he's conscious enough to tell you, I have this, and there's excuses and excuses. Look at your great cult leaders of the past.
Put it this way. I knew that the minute he decided that he was going to tell me he made $175,000 last year, and then for all the legal shit that I put people through to protect his ass for years and years and years, I asked him, where's my payment? Because that was not cheap. You know what his offer was? For a man who just said that he made $175,000, guess what? He offered me $15.
So here, again, if you're talking about the bulk of this conversation, I'm not going to attack the man's character. I'm here to basically get facts, so that way any of his followers
I'm just giving facts with my personal facts.
There's a lot of people on here that are insecure that need to big dog themselves. I don't have to do that, but I know of plenty that have to come on here and elevate themselves because this is the only platform they have for that. I'm not going to begrudge him for that.
I guess honestly, it's just pent up anger because nobody really fucking talks in that group. If you are a person that they respected at one point, you're talked about all day, you're talked to, you're praised, you're cared for, you're given anything and everything right away. But for whatever reason, I guess I get shadow banned because somehow, some way, nobody ever said to me, hey, Josh, how are you? How's your family? Like, they just stopped caring.
So you're 36 years old. How many fights have you been in your life?
How many fights have I been in?
True to life fist fights have you been in?
Probably about 20, 30.
Okay, so and you know better than anybody else because that's a decent number of fights. If you go into a fight with past anger and rage, you're not going to go at that 100%. You're distracted. It's going to cause you.
I know.
Okay,
that's why I'm getting it out as therapy and everything.
Let's say now, I understand that you're frustrated with Leon, 100%, and I feel like you're justified with things that have gone on, but you can't let that cloud your judgment because of your past anger. Look at what it is right now and what's going on. Right now, these are the facts. We have a man who has been well respected in his own group, cult, whatever you want to call it. He's associated with a known predator. Sloppy has done the work on that. We know that, and maybe the argument is that Junko did not actually make contact with any of these children, but I would disagree and say the motherfucker was talking.
Just to clarify, my argument was more of the effect that, for the example, like, put it this way, if Leon sits there and is hugging this man, and he knows that he slandered him a pedophile, he knows he slandered him to the end of the day.
Well, there can be argument to that too, because if you look at the photo, Leon's not hugging him. He's standing there, hands crossed, but he is still allowing this person to touch him. So there's an argument for that. Again, when it comes to this stuff, you're going to have to break it down to the fine details. You cannot give someone wiggle room if you're trying to get a true confession.
That's fair.
But also, Dan, when it comes to that, you see the picture, right?
Yes.
If you didn't want to be with, if you didn't want to be associated with that individual, you would have never agreed to take.
Bingo, and that's exactly where I was going, Sloppy. And that's what I'm glad you said that. So, and as I said before, if I've already made the claims that this is, it's on site, and you know what that means, Sloppy, on site.
Yes, sir.
We throw them down. I know what you are. I know the type of monster you are. I know what the threat you are to children. If I see you and you approach me, I'm not going to engage. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to do that. But if you walk towards me and say, hey, Dan, what's up? And I know that you're guilty of these alleged crimes, I'm going to fucking hit you right in the mouth. I always carry at least $300 on me for fucking personal bail money. That's just a fucking habit. If I go to jail for fucking, if I go to jail for fucking mutual combat, I'm going to go to jail for mutual combat.
I got you.
But I mean, no, instead of Texas, you really don't. If he puts his hands on me and I put my hands on him, but if he doesn't, that's what the $300 is for. My frustration is, my concern is that these people that follow Leon, one of two things could happen. One, they're going to follow him, much like the Vidians who drank the Kool-Aid and followed their leader.
That wasn't them who drank the Kool-Aid, but
was it Jamestown?
That was Jim Jones who had swallowed actually, and it wasn't even Kool-Aid. That's the sad thing. This was not even Kool-Aid. It was Rite Aid, believe it or not.
Well, either way, if they're going to follow that methodology and they're going to drink that Kool-Aid, and they're going to all fucking throw themselves to protect him. Or
I'm just going to say this: I'm going to feel bad for the people who do that, because some of us, really do not want to go that desperate measure that we don't want to reach into.
Well, or they're going to be a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off, not knowing what to do. So my plea is to Leon, whatever this is, you need to get on top of it. Look, you may not like me at times, Leon, but I've always been honest with you. I've told you stuff, but I've said it to your face. You need to get on top of this, and you need to clarify what this is about. And if you're going against your own word, you need to take that whole Messiah character you're playing, because at this point it is a character, and you need to drop that at the fucking door. You need to not be this Odin wannabe Templar king, and you need to be Leon and come here and have this conversation with your flock and tell them, hey.
Or better yet, because Leon's not even his real name.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just simply saying, just be true to yourself. Like, my name is Jack.
That is semantics. Okay, so if he's known as Leon, they know him as Leon. Let him be Leon. I'm not gonna sit here and tell Sloppy to go. Well, Dave. I'm not that Sloppy's name is Dave, but Dave, you need to tell him what's going on. He needs to be who he is and honestly say, look, I made a mistake. I am not holier than thou. I have dropped the ball here, and this is why. But this is how I'm going to make amends to my people who follow me and trust me. You're going to have to earn that trust back, or you're going to have a bunch of people who don't know what to do with themselves. And no matter if PTSD or ADHD or whatever mental disability you're going to claim is going to help that. Understand that you have a lot of people that are in your corner that are willing to sacrifice themselves for you. And are you going to be fucking Caesar, or are you going to be the fucking Parliament? You need to make a decision, Leon, because this does not look good. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm being nice here, only because the last thing everybody knows I'm out this jazz. I don't care, but I don't want chaos coming to those who I do care about. The only time I'm stepping in is when it could elevate to something catastrophous. And I don't want that. I want this to be peaceful, and I want there to be honesty. And Sloppy, I appreciate the work you do, but
for sure.
If I'm saying anything wrong, I trust your judgment. What do you think?
Yeah, I would have cut you off, but no, man, no. It's everybody has their opinion and their viewpoints, and I'm not gonna say that you're correct or incorrect, because everybody has an opinion. My opinion is, he shouldn't have done it. He should have broadcast it to his friends, thinking that it was okay. That because he's the leader, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, because the leader did it, we should be okay with it."
Do as I
Well, and I'll
say,
say
do
this:
as I
I don't
do.
claim to be a leader because I've had people want my opinion and whatnot, but I understand that there are rules and there's a responsibility to leading people, and I don't want that responsibility because I look, I wouldn't make a good leader. I would never want to put other people's lives or opinions in my hands, and I don't need a cult. All right, I don't need that reaffirmation. But I'll say this: this has changed my mind. I mean, I always had no issue with Leon, but and I'm going to be clear: I want nothing to do with Leon after this, and it's my judgment. If anybody wants to continue to be friends with a guy who would allow this person to be in his personal space, hey, again, not saying that Leon is a predator. I would say that he's a bit of he's kind of a cult leader, and I guess you could say that's a bit of a predator in another avenue. But as far as the endangerment of children, I'm not putting him in that same realm. I don't want anything to do with Leon after this. Just like I'm glad you informed me that Arthur was still talking to Mr. PDF. I want nothing to do with Arthur. I mean, not that was anything new. I mean, after I found that he was still causing crap with what's his name, who I'm not going to speak of here either. Again, trying to keep the fucking peace. I don't want anything to do with any of these people. And it just reaffirms my decision to step away from it because why? This is disgusting. Leon, as someone who was going to be honest with you, you need to get ahead of this. I understand not maybe wanting to come in here and face this because who wants to face a fucking firing squad? But you have a platform and you have a responsibility to those who follow you. I don't understand that. I understand that a lot of them are a little mentally inept and perhaps they follow you because you have thrown the wool over their eyes. I will say that you are not making friends in the actual pagan community who are very upset with you, who I've talked to because I do talk in some of those just for knowledge's sake. I know plenty of people that know who you are, Mr. Templar King, Mr. Templar Crow, and they're not happy with your use of that ideology. But, like Josh said here, they don't want to hurt their fellow man, and they're trying to be respectful because it's the internet and they understand that. But they do, like, if you're saying that you're a pagan and you're a Norse pagan at that, you're spitting on their fucking faith. And I would take that as seriously if you were spitting on the Bible. And you should take that to heed in your future dealings with any of this. But you also need to understand that your quote unquote crows and people that follow you, they're in danger as well. You need to figure out what you're going to do. And for lack of a better term, get your head out of your ass. You have people that are promoting you because they have some faith in you. Jordan, I hate to throw you. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but I will say this: the Rant and Rave podcast, which is a lovely program, check it out on Thursdays, uses your fucking work as part of their program. Now, whether Jordan wants to continue that, that's up to him. But you will now have linked yourself to a predator. And for lack of a better term, you are what you eat, and now you're linked with that guy who has admitted openly. This is not speculation. Who has admitted openly that he was trying to initiate sexual interaction with an 8-year-old, Chief. So I'll leave it at that. Y'all have a lovely stream, but get your head out of your ass, son, because you're in a position of leadership. And you're about to lose everything. And if anybody knows what it's like to lose everything, it's me. It's not a fun feeling when the walls come crumbling down. That being said, Sloppy, appreciate the work you do. Nice to meet you, Josh. I've heard things. It's nice to have a voice and whatnot to put towards it. Jordan, always a pleasure. I bid you all adieu and have a good night.
Good night.
Yep.
So Jordan,
Sloppy, I'm sorry, J-Man. Sloppy, I had to tell you the truth about the Leon, right? It was just happening about last year, right? When I was just exposing on this individual, which I'm about to put him on a private chat, and I'm not going to say his name though. Yeah, that's his name. So last year, I was just exposing somebody who was actually I was just accusing him for being a pedo because it's because that there was this video of him, right? He was just actually threatening to this minor, and at the same time, he was just actually flirting with the minor. So I was just mixing all these clips together in the one video I just made. And then after that, I decided to post it on my previous channel. It was right before it just got terminated. And then after that, Leon decided to DM me on the Facebook, and he was just trying to stop me for exposing that individual, who just happened to be Predator. And I was like, dude, it does make sense, because this is coming from the same guy who claims that he decided to cut ties with Junko for being a Predator, and but at the same time, he was just siding with these same people who claims he stopped just stop being friends with, like Wrestling Otaku, Daniel Wolf, and right now it's Junko. And then I was just a bit confused and shocked. And then after that, I decided to delete that the video I just made that individual. And I was just a bit.
So you're saying that he forced you to not show that video because he was friends with that guy.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say? Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, remember what you said just earlier, that he will just be sided with Wrestling Otaku, Daniel Wolf, and Junko, just like when he decided to turn on Josh right here on his panel, Generation Kenny and YK. I'm sorry, I was just saying on a different guy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that explains why. When he decided to just stop me for exposing that the guy, why I just said it in a private chat. Like honestly, I'm just disgusted what Leon decided to send me this on one of the DMs. It happens on the last month. Like it was just a bit crazy to me that he decided to meet up with Junko in person. Like, this is the same guy I used to be friends with back when I was in high school. Like, I was in freshman, while Junko, on the other hand, he was in sophomore at the time. And yeah, like, I was disgusted. I'm just very disappointed. Like, you already know that I was actually there on when you decide to have Junko for the interview.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like, honestly, like, after the stream, even though that I'm not going to bash on Leon, but I'm sorry, but I'm just had to stay away from him.
Wow! Look at this. Look at the chat. Notice how he says he doesn't have a device to respond to, but why is he going on the chat?
Because he's a bullshit liar.
It's okay. He has his own channel.
I'm sorry, Leon, but I don't want to have nothing to do with you. So, I mean, if you're just trying to talk shit about me all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm just stay away from you. And yeah, man, I'm sorry.
I mean, can I just say this for the record?
Sure, go for it.
I have been nothing but transparent for the last 9 years. I'm going to point that out for everybody here. I've been very open about my past life as a drug hustler. I've been very open about the past that I lost my mom to suicide. My father is in prison for murder for the next 19 years. You know, I've been very transparent with my entire life. And maybe that's my downfall, that I was too transparent. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder, why is it that I'm so transparent, and yet none of these people can be honest with themselves and simply say, you know what, this is actually wrong? Because, put it this way, the fact that Leon called somebody today a stupid Serbian is beyond recognition. That's not even, it's not pedophilic. It's definitely not. but it's attack on someone's character. And this person has known Leon longer than I have. And this person wasn't even given so much as a warning before he left on his own terms, and then he's taunted about getting this guy's father involved. Why do you need to take it that far? You don't know this person like that. You don't even live in the same state. I don't think you guys even live in the same country, let alone the same continent. So what does it really matter to you, Leon, if someone is voicing their opinion? Opinions are like assholes. We all have one. But some of us just can take more than others.
I said that this morning.
Yeah, because that's exactly
that's so funny. You took what I said, and you're
because that's exactly my line. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, like I'm not here to paint Leon to say you're a bad person, dude. I'm just speaking on facts. If you have a problem with my facts, get on whatever fucking device you're fucking on right now, settle the fucking store, or get off your fucking high ass and actually wake up to the reality that you fucked up, and it's okay that you fucked up. Just some of us are going to look at you differently. It's no different than how you pinpointed on every fucking person who had a different cocksucking opinion than you, and you put them to blame. You kick them out. You ban them. You don't get along with them, and then we all find out all along you've been talking them aside. You know what that tells me? You just wanted them for yourselves because you thought maybe if I revalue this friendship a little bit more, nobody will figure out my own insecurity, but I can't keep a solid friendship. I'm not saying that to be demoralizing. I'm not saying that to be mean, because I respect the hell out of you for actually trying to be a decent leader. I will give you props all day for that. But where you steer the ship, Captain, is not where I may go, because this is not my vessel. This is not your vessel to steer when you have somebody who has a different opinion. That doesn't make me right, and it doesn't make me wrong. It just makes me me. You can either deal with it, suck my cock, or fuck off with it. I don't fucking care. I'm done. Dude, I'm done, and it's not even because of the fact that you're hating with a pedophile. I could care less about that, because that's your own shit. You have to go to bed with that at the end of the night, not me. What I have to go to bed with at night is knowing that you betrayed my friendship. You betrayed my trust by hurting someone I care about, that I view as family. You didn't just hurt me today. You hurt a lot of people today, and you've hurt it. And yet, you don't have the quote-unquote audacity to reply, because your lazy ass won't get up and reply because you need your precious beauty sleep. I'm sorry, but when were you ever going to tell me that you actually gave a fuck? When were you actually going to tell anybody that you gave a fuck about them? Because I can guarantee you, if half of your people felt suicidal when they were going through shit and it wasn't for me to take care of them, guess what? I guarantee you they'd all be dead. And I'm not saying that to be spooky. I'm not saying that to be in character or whatever the fuck you want to take it as. That's as real as it gets. Because I watched my mom commit suicide, bro. You watched nobody die. You just got a knock on the door from detectives. Remember? You told me that story. I'm not exploiting your weakness. I'm just telling the truth. Because you know what? Truth hurts. Truth absolutely hurts at the end of the day. I'm not here to chastise the jackass with the Painted Pony Express up your fucking mother's cunt. I'm not here to do that shit. But what I will do to you, bro, is tell you man to man, I'm disappointed. Because I really viewed you as family. And that's heartbreaking. Because family, once you get it, you probably shouldn't lose it. Because sometimes you come across a friend that means more to you than life. And I really felt that type of way, because I've known you for 9 years. You got to see my kids grow up. And yet you want to defend predators. You want to defend a predator that hurt my 15-year-old. You want to allow somebody in your group 4 years removed from the incident to bring it back into question randomly and absurdly. And when provided with evidence that it could be right there, that you could have a conversation, all he's fixated on is, I'm not no fucking pedo. I'm not going talking to an 18-year-old. I'm not going to be no fucking pedo. Dude, you didn't even have my child's interest at heart at that point. You could have said to people, let's not talk about that anymore. You sat on your ass and said, okay, I will. You never fucking delivered. You failed to protect your child long before this incident, my guy. You failed to protect a 15-year-old 4 years ago. And now, ultimately now, this is how it goes. This is get back, if that's how you want to take it. But in all fairness and honesty, it is not get back. It's just me at a loss, dude. You have to understand that I'm widowed now. I lost my mom when I was a kid. I'm not asking for your sympathy. I'm not asking for your empathy. I just want your fucking condolences. Because last time, when I asked for your condolences, you really pulled some paganistic bullshit out of your ass. You decided that you were going to randomly bless my wife into being a crow as if it actually means something to you more than it meant to me. You don't have that capability. You don't hold that power to do that. That is a godlike power, not no fucking mortal man. I don't know why the fuck you got in the idea thinking that was okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now, dude, that's where you cross this boundary with this guy. So if you really think about it, think about John Wick. You killed my fucking dog.
Yeah.
Done.
Hey, may I ask a question? If Leon doesn't have a device to respond to, why is he in the chat commenting to people?
And
hold on. Let J-Man's been waiting a while. I haven't heard J-Man talk, so
Yeah,
But
it's fine. I'll just let them get through with what they're doing, and then I'll speak my piece.
okay.
You know, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say at this point, I'm at a loss of words, and well, at this point, I truly believe he has Homelander complex. He truly does at this point, and at this point, and I knew recently that he sent me a friend request a couple days ago, and good thing I declined, and good thing I blocked. But hey,
I'm just gonna say this. If that's Homelander, then call myself Billy Butcher.
yeah.
Just gonna put that out there.
All I'm gonna say is,
I'm sorry.
Let me finish. All I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna keep my distance away from the guy. At this point, I could care less. Whatever happens, happens. But I want nothing to do with him anymore.
Yep, same here, because like I said earlier, I'm just a very disappointed guy who claims that he stopped being friends with Junko, but here he is on that picture, the same picture he just sent to me on last month. He decided, just took a picture of him. Like, this is just beyond disgusting. And it's so funny, right? He claims that he just don't give a fuck about these people, and that's the case. Why he decided to cry about me on a live chat when I decided to block on him. I decided to block him from both Instagram and Facebook. It's because I just found out that he decided to hang out with the same guy I used to hang out with back in high school. Like, this is just beyond disgusting. Again, like he's crying on a live chat about me.
That's what I'm saying. That Leon can't attest and say, "Well, he's not a pedophile. He's not a pedophile. You guys got it all wrong. He's not a pedophile." Well, then why did you label him as one in the first place, dumbass? You're lying at that point. You're dead to rights. You can't cop that back, and you can't take back Walking Point.
Which is saying goes that he decided to side with Wrestling Otaku, even though that he already knew that Wrestling Otaku is actually the POD, or should I say PEDO.
And Bingo was his name. Oh. I'm sorry, I had to say something stupid to make everybody laugh for a second.
But yeah, I'm just gonna basically, yeah, that's all I have to say, and I'm about ready to go. I gotta get ready to eat, got dinner.
Well, if anybody wants to send me a Facebook friend request, you may ask people if they know who I am.
I might talk to you on Discord through Firelord.
All right, we can do that.
I heard he was your friend. So,
yeah, Jack is a friend.
All right. Well, guys, take care, man. Be safe.
Likewise. So what is Jordan going to say?
Okay. I was talking to you this morning about this, Josh, and
Correct.
I know Firelord was there. Another person was there. I'm not going to bring that person to it because he's not here to defend himself or confirm or deny it. But that's just how it is because I don't want to throw too many people underneath the bus, as it were. I pretty much heard the voice message about what he said, calling him a Serbian, whatever you call piece of shit. Okay, there you go. And I was like in my head, oh my God. But here's the thing, Sloppy, you can confirm what I'm about to say. Like remember Arthur's stream where, Daniel came to live chat and started his shit and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, I confirmed, or actually I admit that I still am in contact with Junko, just like you are. And
Right.
I know, and here's the thing. The reason why is because if he does the crime, of actually causing physical, sexual harm to a child, then I want nothing to do with. But and the one thing that really gets to me is the fact that, at the same time, I thought, when I was the live chat's distracting me. I'll leave you in your safe space crying session. Anyway, I thought that Leon had already confirmed to his server or to other people that he was still in contact with Junko, in a group chat, on Discord. But as I found out this morning, and Brandon Skelton, I can confirm what you're saying because he sent me the same picture from last month. I was thinking that's kind of strange, but then again,
Yeah.
Hey, some people are bound to cross paths once in a while, and
Nothing of it.
And the thing is, however you look at the picture is whatever. What really comes down to it is the fact that he says that I'm hearing these things, he's not going to be friends with him, and he doesn't want to talk about him in the server, but yet you take a picture, and yet you're talking with this person behind the scenes, and you don't tell that to anybody, to be honest with other people. I was honest, a couple of weeks ago in Arthur's stream. I didn't care if anybody hated it or disliked it, but the thing is, at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. But the thing is, and even Sloppy doesn't care who he's talking to either, he could care less, right?
Can I just say this? That it's not even, in my opinion, it's not even about who he's with.
Oh, I know that. I know that, Josh. I'm just simply saying this. What really gets to me is the fact, why couldn't you just,
be transparent?
Be transparent. I'm not mad at Leon. I'm mostly kind of disappointed the way how he just went at, Firelord just by, just calling out his ethnicity and calling him a piece of shit for, all because he had questions. And even though maybe he overreacted, maybe he or maybe it was the other way around. But what really gets to me is the fact that you couldn't just have been transparent to tell other people.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're a leader of a de facto group type of thing, you have to realize that if you say that, oh, it's okay, we talk to Junko now, it's so random, it's so obscure. What's Leon saying? I want to know what this boy is saying. I'm curious.
No, it's
I got you, read it for you. And he says, again, don't care. Leon, I have to say this right now. So if you actually don't care, then why are you still here? If you're just trying to say goodbye, then just leave. Come on, bro. You're already just
don't be a troll. Don't be a troll. Don't be a troll. 1-800 troll busters.
No, I want to respond to the great one comment talking about what's in Junko. We're not saying he can't talk to him. He can't. what's his name? Leon would always say, "Oh, if you talk to this motherfucker, you're gonna get kicked. You're gonna do this." He punished people if they mentioned Junko or stuff like that. And then now that he's friends with them, he's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter anymore." That's the reason people are confronting him, because he's the do as I say, not as I do type of individual. And then because the person didn't want to agree with him because he doesn't want to be associated with Junko, he got bashed on, made look like the bad person because he was like, nah.
I mean, dude, this all could have been prevented a long time ago, because I went through the same shit with him talking about his tax returns. All I did was say I would not be talking about that in public, dude. I didn't call bullshit. I didn't do anything to slander him on that. I just simply said I would not be sharing that with people online. Next, I'm blocked by everybody. I mean, it literally lasted from 8 a.m. to now 10 p.m. at this point to figure out how I'm going to get in touch with him, to just simply tell him, dude, I'm not even mad at you. Why did you blow up? And it only came down to the fact that in Leon's defense, I just thought you were going to be proud of me. Like, dude, I'm proud of you as a human being. I don't know why you needed to be commended for making that much money if you're going to be bullshitting about it. I'm not stupid. Because put it this way, if you think that paying me $115 really covers anything of legal matter, you really are mistaken, dude. I've gone to jail. I've gone to prison, bro. I am transparent as transparent can be. Ask what I did. I will be transparent about it.
It's just, again, it's just, saddening, And by the way, I can't even
backstab.
And by the way, I can't even see that other guy's comments because I got him blocked. And then again, I don't want to look at the live chat because it can be too distracting from time to time.
No, yeah, sometimes.
But the thing is, here's the thing. I already, said this once. Like anybody can talk to anybody. I mean, it just doesn't matter. I mean, this is the internet. I mean, nobody is going to get special privilege, and nobody's going to get, blacklisted for who you're, talking to.
I mean, put it this way, no offense to Facebook, but Facebook does not do a good job of screenshotting or screening who's a pedophile and who's not. No offense to anybody.
That is true.
So I mean, like, put it this way, the rules literally say no sex offenders allowed, but it's never enforced.
That goes the same for Discord as well,
I mean, yeah, like, there's no way of knowing that because it's invasion of personal privacy at that point in time. The only way that people need to know that information is it's public information. But if you choose to share, you choose to share. Nobody in New Zealand's going to know if they've never met you before in person and they just decide to befriend you on Facebook. They'd never know. I mean, like, come on now. It's common sense that we're all going to fuck up at some point. But I just happen to feel disappointed and heartbroken that somebody I viewed as family for a lot of years, breaks my heart into a million pieces when he just randomly decides that because I asked the question of why are we at war with Kadeem, somehow, oh my God, I got to break it down to a fucking 5-year-old dumbass. Really? Grow the fuck up. Just because I came with the same energy, you fucking pussy. Just when I said to you, who the fuck are you to disrespect me like that? Like, why are you throwing shade my way? I didn't do anything to you. I didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sorry you did. But don't take it out on me. I didn't do shit to you that day. And if you didn't want to answer it, you didn't have to answer it. You could have answered it when you were cooled down. I would have understood that. I would have never pressed it further. But you want to cry and bitch and moan about I'm disrespectful. Bitch, fucking disrespectful my ass. I have been honest. I have bullied people in your chat and I've made amends with them. I have apologized to them. And I even apologized to Jordy today, even though I did nothing wrong. I felt transparent enough to wish his brother a happy birthday, and I didn't even know his brother. That's how transparent as a motherfucker I can be with motherfuckers who I give a shit about. Why can't you do the same? Why can't you do the same? Step up your game.
I just want to say right now, like, at the end of the day, like, we don't even just don't trust these people because some of these people right now, they're just trying to be the bit shady sometimes because like if you actually don't be involved with their drama, guess what? They will definitely just they're going to backstab you.
And dude, I'm going to say this for people who are listening. I'm coming from a place where my life is full of drama. I'm from fucking New York City, where crime happens every fucking day. Okay? I'm fucking Italian American. My father's doing time in prison. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Go to war over the fucking internet or try to live my life and actually live as a father to 6 kids? Thank you for letting me try to live my life and be a single parent and try to dish all this internet bullshit that never matters to anybody but you. Who the fuck cares what anybody has to say on the internet? I don't really care. I don't know why none of you are not taking this so personally, because it ain't like your life is on the internet. Oh, wait, then again, it is. Because some of us, well, most of us, actually, nearly every person on this planet has a responsibility, whether you know it or you don't. At the end of the day, you go to bed. The next day, you wake up, you relive it. Why can't you do the same? I mean, I get that maybe some of you have disabilities. That's cool. I'm not going to ever knock you for your disabilities. But if you're going to use it as an excuse to tell me that I get to be an asshole because I have Tourette's or I have autism, nah, it doesn't work like that. Because if you can dish out the pain, you can take the pain. That's called tough love. And unfortunately, we live in a soft society where too many people are entitled and they get a little bit too greedy. So, again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for speaking my truth, because truth actually does hurt. I'm sorry.
Man, like Junkos does looks like a goddamn caveman.
Dude, he's fucking Quasimodo. We got Quasimodo and his handler. Dude, you know, Quasimodo predicted all of this. Look, I'm gonna roast the motherfucker. Leon, why do you look like a vulture, bro? Why does he look like Beaky the Vulture? Like, somebody should pull up the Beaky the Vulture cartoon from the 1940s and put it next to Leon. Because that's what he's looking like right now.
Junko does looks like a caveman from the Geico commercial.
I mean, they're kind of standing awkwardly close. Awkwardly close. Yeah, you said it. Even the dog's upset with this picture, dude. You're scaring the dogs. Take it down. Take it down. The dogs are barking. The dogs are barking. Intruder.
Sorry about that.
Hi, I'm Junko. I'm Junko the Pedal Blood River. I'm sorry. Hi, this is Junko Pedal River, and I'm actually proud of being a predator for talking to this 8-year-old girl on a Roblox.
How dare you have a fucking audacity?
You guys are actually blacklisted for my community of the ambiguous bastard because I couldn't even just shave up my beard over the past few years, ever since 2015. So you guys can't judge me about my appearance because I ain't no caveman. I'm just a pedo chomo in my mid-20s when I'm just wearing my headphones because I need just don't want to listen to these kinds of people who just keep accusing me of being a pedo. I just need to follow what God said, and I'm a fake-ass Christian.
I'm going to say this nicely, Leon. You have a nice hairdo. You have some nice hair. But I hate to tell you this. I got more hair on my left nut than you do on your head, my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, no offense to anybody, but, you know, the difference between Daniel and Junko, there is no real difference except for one looks like the types of motherfucker that would go, oops, did I drop the soap? Did I do that? Did I do that, daddy? Huh? Huh? You gonna call home to daddy? Daddy, And then you got Junko who's like, I am the daddy. They call me the daddy. They call me the daddy. And here's Leon. Yep. I got the audacity. I got the audacity because I'm from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. Jersey. Bro, this stream reeks of dog shit. You know what? Fuck your opinion. I wish you'd fuck my mother with that mouth of yours because she'd love you forever, you bitch.
No. Darkless is the one that told Leon that the other person was not very happy with what was going on, and Darkless was the one that tried to make it seem like the other guy was the bad guy for not agreeing with the picture.
Dude, I think we're gonna need an ambulance for these two.
You know, he's defending him. He's part of his group, so he's defending him. So
I mean, it's kind of like a machine gun trying to fight over a gnat. Like, I'm not gonna go away. You can't make me go away. What I do to you? Truth is the truth.
And my thing is like, why would he say that he didn't want people to gossip about this image?
Dude, like, why are you so insecure? It can't be your bald spot. We all know you're bald. Oh, wait. I know why he didn't want people to see this. It's simple. Look at the eyes of his face. He's smiling. He's smiling. He got a plan. What's your plan, man? What's your plan, Chico? What's your plan? Dude looks like the witch from the smoke. Dude. Oh, dude, the eyes, Chico. They're too blanco. They're too white. No, I'm just kidding. They're too black. Oh, wait, that sounded racist. I'm sorry. I'm starting to sound like Leon. I should probably calm down a little bit. But, dude, like, I mean, I love their posture. Their posture is everything. I mean, he looks like Junko looks like he's Superman. Like, I gotta puff my chest out. And here's Leon, like, okay, Ed boy. Dude, we got Rocco's Modern Life and Heifer. Dude, we got Roly Poly Oly looking asses up in here. Roly Poly gang. Dude, come on now. Do me a favor. Order me a pizza one time.
Man.
Order me a pizza one time.
If Junko smile, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I need some chain. Got any change for y'all?"
Damn, bro. You know what? I'm starting to think that these people have more life than David Hinkle. If people remember David Hinkle. For anybody who remembers David Hinkle, he was a 60-year-old meth head that lived in the backwoods of Washington with his mom and dad. Batman was creepy. Damn, I gotta read. Okay, let's see what it says. You want to read it to me?
Yeah, I'll read it. Don't worry, I got you. So for someone that doesn't, that is afraid, is like, yeah, I know, and keep this between us, as I don't want rumors starting. It's like, why would you want to keep it between you guys? If you're that happy to take a picture with this individual, why would you keep it to yourself? Because you know the repercussions when it comes, if this image comes out. And the other person was kind of baffled of what was going on, and he didn't know how to respond.
You know, it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be so interesting how he responds, because if I find a picture of mine on Facebook and it goes on this YouTube, cool. I can't believe I'm going to be famous. I really hope he gets my good side.
Man, like, if I ever just saw Junko in person like that, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Honestly, I have to say this for now. Like, if I ever just saw him in person, and guess what? I can easily just I can actually easily just swear at him and then just walk off.
You know what I would do? I'll tell you what I'd do. I go to a New Jersey fucking donut shop, buy a packet of 12 dozen donuts, and put them in a car. Like, line them up to a trunk, slam the trunk, and then walk away and whistle like, "Oh, I didn't see nothing."
Man, if I ever just saw him told Junko, I was like, "You are a pedo," and then people can actually see like, "Oh my god, like this dude is really a pedo." Oh man, and then I'm
I'm gonna be nice to Leon. I hope that you enjoy the bottom bunk because R. Kelly enjoys the top bunk. Don't drop the soap.
Don't forget about Drake as well.
Hey, wop, dot, fuck him up. Not like us. Not like us. Not like us. That's what you bitches is like. Not like us.
To be fair, I don't think he is a predator, but
Dude, you align yourself with a predator, you just as guilty.
yeah. So
Until he can actually sit here and say that it was nothing more and prove it was nothing more than a quote unquote coincidence, like he said, I'm going to attest to the fact that this man associates himself with a predator. I mean, come on now. We all know that politicians are all in bed. Why can't we all say that they're all in bed? You're all in bed with one another all the time. All you do is eat, shit, breed, fuck. Just because you are fucking pigs. That's what you are.
Oh yeah, I forgot to remember this, right? I do remember the time when Leon decided to share the community post of this YouTuber named Roman J. When Roman J was just doing his own thing because he was just celebrating that Wrestling Otaku's channel got terminated. It was right before Wrestling Otaku decided to create his new channel, right? And then Leon, which is very upset, said like, "Oh, celebrating about somebody's gets terminated, huh?" That's why he just said it on his channel, like his community post.
Boy, Leon has a hard time with things. Kind of like me putting a lid on an empty jar most of the days. I feel bad for his mother.
Man.
Like that's another reason why Leon decided to be sides with Wrestling Otaku.
Can I say something real quick?
You can say whatever's on your mind, Jordy.
I'm actually using StreamYard on my smartphone, so anybody can get on here with a smartphone. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, I'm on a smartphone too, buddy.
Yeah, but let me just say this for the final record. Like, if Leon were to come in here, I mean, I don't really mind if he were to explain himself. What I do wish that he would do is be more transparent with it, with his community, his server, whatever you want to talk about. Just be like, but the thing is, I don't really care like who he's going to take a picture with or who he's going to hang out with. I could give less of a crap. But what I do care about is the fact that why are you not telling people that you're also still in talks? Like, I've done that. Why haven't you? It's pretty obvious.
Or the other way that I'm looking at it is basically from.
And I'm not dogging him out. I'm just simply asking a question because it just mind boggles me that I had to hear a lot of emotional stuff earlier this morning, on a call, and then all this happens. I mean, I didn't know how it got out, but it's gonna happen sometimes,
I mean, put it this way: the way I see it with Leon is, I'm not mad at who he hangs out with. Care less about that. What I am mad about is really the fact that you're throwing away actual good, healthy friendships. Because put it this way, Jack has known you for over 11 years, dude. I've known you for over 9, and you just threw us away like it was nothing to you. That shows me the measure of your character, that I'm expendable to you. And I'm not only expendable at the point of just in Discord interest that you just kicked me out of there. No, you blocked me on everything, my guy. You blocked me on everything for no reason. You didn't even say sorry. And all I did was ask why. That's why I'm upset, because it's like you disregard me as if I don't even matter to you, despite all the things I've done for you, with you, together for you, and built your community. I've never once asked for so much as to a fucking thank you, at least once.
Okay,
Come on now.
I want to answer this one question. Okay, I was just asking because why couldn't you have been transparent with other people? Like you said in your server and other stuff, like as a rule, not to talk about Junko or talk about this or that about him because you blacklisted him because of the whole pred stuff. So what I want to know is me and you, we are in, we talk with Junko, even though I don't talk to Junko all the time, because again, I like my privacy, I like to, be with my friends and family, but still, why couldn't you just, been open with your community /server and said that you're in talks with him and, like that kind of thing, I mean, the picture, that's one thing, but not telling everybody that you're still talking with Junko. I mean, that just kind of just raises a few eyebrows. Something happened to Josh.
Well, he might have internet issues. Maybe he'll come back if he wants to.
Yeah.
Let me put the. Well, he should have the screen.
I mean, like again, I'm not bashing on Leon. I'm just simply saying, like, I mean, if you're just, I mean, like, how can you like not tell of like your community that you're still talking with them? You know.
Sorry about that. I turned it back on my phone.
You're good.
Even if he answers me in the live chat, I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, I would like for him to come on here and answer some questions, you know, and pretty much, you know, explain himself, you know, because again.
But here's the thing that I see with that. I see a problem with that, and this is my problem that I foresee that Leon will do, because it's happened to me several times. Now, every single time that Leon and I always had a fight, it never actually resulted in blocking up until the last 2 times recently. And every time that would happen, I call him out on something like, dude, don't block me. I didn't do anything to you. You misunderstood. You misinterpreted. I mean, it's common logic that in a text, you don't know how the person's actually saying something to you. You know what I mean? Like if I said, how are you in a text, nobody knows if I'm asking it as, how are you or how are you? Nobody knows that because there's no tone and lettering on a phone or on a keyboard. But when I get Leon to apologize, it's never a, dude, I'm really sorry. I did not mean to do that. Like, it's never genuine. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, there, I said it. Are you happy? Are you done yet? I'm listening. I'm just doing other things. Like, he gets distracted so he can avoid apologizing the most sympathetic way to actually show any piece of heart. And that's where it's concerning, because for somebody who cried their eyes out today, who literally said their life was in danger because of how their dad treats them, because of the fact that their dad doesn't like them and doesn't get along with them, and everything in between, and this individual wants to pull this charade of, I'm going to get that individual involved, that's beyond anything I've ever heard in my life over the fucking internet.
Okay, so he answered the question, and he says, I only told select people that I was. I didn't say anything, as I don't know how they react. And you're right. I should have given transparency at that time. I didn't. At that given time, I didn't. I mean,
get off your high horse, dude. Like, I'm asking you nicely at this point. Not you, Jordy, but Leon. Like, I've been around you for 9 years, dude. And I really don't want to throw away a relationship if I don't have to. But at the same time, you know, I have a dividends to pay my respects too. At the end of the day, we all pay the piper. No matter what the tax is, we still got to pay it.
That's true.
I mean, I'm not paying my street debt with death here, but I am paying my own personal debt with avoidance, because I don't want to be around you because you've hurt me. And I need time to heal. We all do. And when people have time to heal, then they can think more clearly. But if you're constantly in battle with yourself, you're never going to be a good person to be around anybody, because everybody's either going to be a victim or everybody's going to be a soldier with you. And you never know who's going to be pissed off when you push that wrong button, because you never ask how the fuck we're doing. So you don't know where we're at mentally. You don't know if we're tired. You don't know if we're depressed. Dude, you didn't even so much as to say, I'm sorry for your loss of your wife. That's all you had to say. Instead, you decided, oh, I'm going to bless her into a crow. Dude, that's the most insulting thing I've ever seen somebody who's non-pagan ever attempt on a pagan. That's literally the biggest smack to not just me in my face and my family, but also the people that actually represent and live and make pilgrimage in their life as Nordic fucking pagans. I don't get along with Nordic pagans, I'll be honest, I don't, because they have a different system of hierarchy than my own. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I view them as my enemy. They're a worthy adversary, and they're a greater friend when you befriend them. I have many Nordic friends, but we have different ideals of how we live our lives. But we're family friends because we got to stick together because that's what pagans do. Pagans are supposed to stick together, just like Christians are supposed to stick together. Even God says, thou shalt stick to each other's tribes, respectively so. I even know that. There's 12 different tribes of Israelites. They all stick amongst each other. There's 13 different tribes in the Middle East that live in Syria. You know what, dude? I'll bring up whatever at this point. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You know why? Because put it this way. You exposed so much when you decided to side with the person that hurt my kid. I think fair is fair at that point. And I'm not wishing ill will upon your mother. I'm not. I'm just proving a point that the point is you're sensitive and insensitive to those around you. You're sensitive for you and only you. No wonder you didn't really have a life in high school. And I'm not trying to run your name through the mud, but I'm just being honest, dude. I was that insensitive kid once too. Except I chose to grow up. I went to jail for it. I went to prison for it. You did not. So let's not play the tough guy card in this chat, dude. Because it ain't about street cred and it ain't about the streets. It's about part of character. And mine is speaking volume much more than your lousy ass right now because you're saying I can't even join because I don't have a proper device. Bitch, get the fuck out of the comment section then. Come back another rainy hay day when you actually have a ball in your court and it's on your term and everything that Leon needs for Leon's work because fuck my dick, Leon sucks.
Yeah, I would.
I don't live in that God complex. It's a God complex type of cult, and I don't adhere to it. Sorry that I'm atheist to that belief, sir.
Yeah, I don't mind people coming in. If he wanted to come in, I would have allowed it. That would have me and Jordy went backstage, let you guys talk. We're not here to gang attack anyone.
I'm not here to attack nobody. I just simply want to prove a point, and just get something.
Right.
Get something to make
That's what I'm here for. I mean, this is supposed to be. Let's have a sit down. I'm only having my personal effects, Leon, because hey, you hurt me on a personal level. I don't think that's not fair. I mean, I'm sure Sloppy, would you say that's a fair fight? If somebody attacks your personal effects and you come with that same personal energy, is fair at that point?
Right. I agree with you.
I mean, that's the rule of the streets, is it not? Fair is fair. Game recognized game.
I kicked you out due to how you were behaving in my server. I wasn't gonna be talked to like that, as I will not tolerate being talked in a certain way.
Dude, I got a rebuttal for that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because put it this way, none of you have a fucking filter in that chat. Some of you have said racial slurs beyond the means of what a racial slur should actually be. Not going to say any of them because I'm not trying to get us canceled here. But needless to say, some of that colored commentary is from the 1950s where they used to hang people, bros. So if you really want to be in bed with racist chodes and people that support this shit, go for it. I just don't because I don't condone racism. I hate it. Fuck a racist. I believe in the national holiday. Fuck 4th of July. Punch a racist in the face day.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, dude, you want to tell me that black lives don't matter? You want to tell me that I'm stupid for getting arrested for standing up for my 5-year-old black nephew who got spit on by a white supremacist in my city? Fuck you mean? Where's your boots on the ground, bros? You ain't done shit. Because the only shit you're in is neck high right now. Because that noose is tightening around your necks and now you getting desperate. So now you fighting with your words. Don't come with that same energy in the commentary. You can't vocalize it, bitches. Gang for real.
That's funny. But yeah,
I don't play that internet bullshit game shit.
Yeah.
I don't play that shit. But if they want to talk like that, let's talk like that. Dude, why don't you get your ass in the fucking call if you want to talk? Quit commentating from the sidelines like a peanut gathering looking bitch. Talk your shit. Step your game up. be the first time you ever stepped up to somebody in your life. I'm curious to know if I can get him amped up enough to get him to join, because I guarantee you, he don't have the energy. He don't have a ball.
Sticky Jim. I like it. I like the name. But
Well,
I guess. What's up, Jordy?
I'm just gonna just say whatever happens, happens. But all I know is this. I mean, I know we'll probably have to stop doing some advertisement sponsors for a while, but as far as I'm concerned, again, I don't like having heat, brought onto the show that we're doing, every Thursday night. But and again, I'm not trying to talk on behalf of Arner. I'm just simply saying, as a host of the show, I just don't want anybody getting thrown under the bus for no apparent reason because of who we're advertising, who we're sponsoring. As soon as this dies down, maybe hopefully it will, but at the end of the day, oh God, thank you. But yeah, all I know is I'm gonna let you guys do what you gotta do. If somehow by some way he comes on here and you guys talk, then hopefully that happens. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. Probably take a shower and probably the thank you in the live chat. But yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead and get going, take my shower, probably watch some more Lucha Underground, and then go to bed. But until then, you guys have a nice night. Take care and God bless.
You too.
Man, there was only two.
Yeah. And to answer Leon's question, I didn't say you said it, buddy. I said you've had members that have said it. I did not say you, Leon Calvera, specifically said Black Lives Do Matter. I said you have members in your group from when I got arrested for it that said that to me in my DM.
Yeah, servers. There's a lot of servers that have a lot of racist people. They say it in their servers because they won't say it in real life because they'll know they get smacked up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's bullshit. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I mean, he calling a black person a social justice warrior, a keyboard warrior. Nah, dude. No black person is an activist in this day and age, a keyboard warrior. Their own activists in their own right, bro. You don't know what the fuck going on. Obviously, you don't know a damn thing about solidarity, my G.
Yeah. Well,
dude, I'm from the ghetto, so as far as I'm concerned, we're supposed to build each other up. We're not supposed to tear each other down.
right.
Crips and Bloods were assigned to protect their own. They weren't assigned to kill motherfuckers off the map.
Mm-hmm.
GDs and BDs from Chicago, same principle, different teaching. Larry Hoover, David Barksdale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same principle, just different philosophies. I mean, shit, dude, I could talk about Jeff Fort and the fucking Black Keystones, bro. My best friend's Black Keystone out of Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Minneapolis, bro.
BBCs.
I'm sorry?
To be fair, you tore me down first that day.
I don't know what the fuck, dude. Unless you can actually talk about what the substance of me tearing you down was, you really don't have any legs to stand on. Because as far as I was concerned, all I did was ask the question of why we were having a feud with Kadeem. And not to mention, I'm going to say this for devil's advocacy, not that anybody should do this, but if you really wanted to, you piss off a black activist on YouTube who's probably got more street cred and plus have radio interviews in the city of Detroit, and you try to break that shit down. Nah, dude, motherfuckers ain't gonna look at that shit as you just being ignorant, you just racist. And that's a whole different issue that you'd have to solve and get yourself out of. Because I don't feel like getting about 25,000 motherfuckers off your ass when you piss off a wrong black motherfucker. That's not my job.
Yeah. Well, it was a long ass fucking stream. I didn't think it was gonna be this long. Leon, the proof is in the pudding. I can't say much about it anymore. The people are gonna see it. I don't know what your rebuttal will be. Kind of suspicious with all the screenshots. I don't know what rebuttal you'll have for this, but then again, you have followers that will blindly follow you. Whatever they say.
Bah, bah, bad moves, motherfuckers. Bad idea, bitches. Bad. Go back.
It doesn't look good. But then again, there's a lot of weird ass motherfuckers that leave for a little bit and then come back and then they have the same following. So it could be both. It could go either both ways. Me personally, I told you guys a long time ago that I knew you guys were talking to him, but that you guys are playing a dangerous game talking to him because of his alleged, not alleged, but his allegations, and you guys still stuck around him, and more, you went and saw him. All these other motherfuckers are talking to him, but none of these motherfuckers met up with him, coincidentally, allegedly.
I just gotta ask a question for Leon before we end this up. Can I ask one last question, Slappy?
Yeah, for sure, go for it.
Who paid for the date? Who paid for the spaghetti and meatballs? Who paid for the meal?
Junko looks like the aggressor with the hand around his shoulder and his chest puffed up. And
I mean, dude, people do anything for a subscriber these days, man. Shit, man, makes me wish I could make an OnlyFans.
Hey, there you go. Hey, OnlyFans, some people will pay for that.
Hey, you know what? You know what I always say? I always tell people, hey, you do whatever you want with my pictures. Just because it didn't bring you any pleasure doesn't mean someone else ain't gonna masturbate to it.
Right. Yeah. So, man, 3 hours. My wife is gonna kill me. But whoever watched this, you guys saw. You could rewatch it if you want. It's a long ass stream. I don't recommend it, but if you want to see the roller coaster of emotions, upsetness, laughing, whatever, watch it. But I wouldn't watch a 3 hour stream. To be honest.
Yeah, and if there's a rebuttal, I'll be back.
Yeah, Sticky Jim. Yeah, watch it if you want. It's a long ass stream. I don't recommend. I don't like watching long ass streams, and I don't like making long ass streams. But people wanted to say their piece, and I don't like not letting them say their piece when it comes to the individual per se.
Mr. Sloppy, thank you for your time, sir.
For sure. Peace
Have
out.
a good night.
Yeah, you too. Oh man. All right. Well, Leon, you have your followers and you have your people that are gonna back you up, which it's a little disappointing if they do because they've seen the stuff. As a leader, as a quote unquote leader, I expect more from you, of your group, and I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. Me personally, I don't think you're a pred at all. You just associated with one that you were ousting for the past, year, and then to have an image of you right next to him. That's what bothered me. I already knew you were talking to him, and there's more people that talk to him. There's more people that talk to him that I know, and they hide behind this, the scenes about these situations. And I've been telling them that you're playing with fire. You're going in these conversations with people that could mess you up, meaning your reputation or whatever you're building, your brand, all these certain things you're doing to yourself. You're hurting yourself by doing these type of things. These images of you and this individual. I'm sure I'll talk to Junko and make double check. Hopefully you didn't tell him, tell him this or tell him that, because you're going to be able to tell if he's lying or not. And and if he's lying, then all the stuff that we already sent to police, we're going to resend it again to check again to make sure that they're doing their due diligence with this motherfucker. But besides that, you do what you do. If you're gonna make your video tomorrow, do it. If your friends try to mess with me, it's cool. We deal with a lot of people daily. We're not afraid of anybody. We already have things in place if someone tries to mess with us. But besides that, I'm cool with everybody. If you're cool with me, I ain't trying to, start shit. But I don't think it's meant yet. Come on, Kevin. It was a serious one. Come on, man. And hopefully it's not. Is it the real? I don't know if it's the real Kevin, but yeah. Besides that, appreciate fucking whoever showed up. Appreciate whoever commented. The people in the clouds. The people that didn't want to talk because they just wanted to have their popcorn and just watch. It's cool. I don't. It's whatever. But this is the truth. I don't like falsifying shit. Every time I do a stream, I have the facts. I have the receipts, how you guys call it, and I'm gonna use whatever I can. And what pissed me off that's why I made the stream was because you threatened the guy because he didn't agree with your actions. That's the main thing that got me pissed. The whole Junko shit. There's a fuckload of you guys that talk to him, but you threatening a random motherfucker, not random, but one of your friends or ex-friends to do stuff to him or contact his family because you fucked up and try to make him look like the bad guy. That's when I fucking say something. Besides that, I wouldn't have cared less because I already knew you were talking to him. With that, all right, I'm out. I gotta leave. I hate your outros. All right, peace.